And we are live. Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope you're all having a good day. Hello, Ben, Copper, Scott, TJ, Geo, Brick Labs, DPZ49, Dumpster Fire Productions. Welcome everybody. I am very pleased to announce that we have Titanium J as a guest today. Welcome. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time. We are gonna be talking Ninjago, favorite Ninjago memories, upcoming leaks and sets, some of the past sets, and getting to know each other better. Hello, Stove Productions. So yeah, I want to address the elephant in the room. As you can see, I have some builds from the upcoming Ninjago video happening. So first, we have... I'm just going to show the webcam. So this is Zane's, the forest, where Zane's father's, like, hideout, I guess you could call it, right? His hideout is. Yeah, so the trees were the hardest part, I gotta say. I'm not sure I did great on them. I kind of ran out of parts. But, they're okay. And then I built the hideout itself using brackets and... oh my god, this thing is like so fragile. I feel it coming apart. I gotta flip it. It might break. Oh, it broke. Oh, it's breaking. Well, this is what it looks like. With the door, and it uses hinge and bracket techniques. But I got really good shots of that for the video itself. So, then, keeping in theme, we have they're tree horns, right? I built the queen with all 9 eyes. I wanted to make it look more like Spotty, but then it looked just like a cow. So I just gave her, like, the bottom of her legs darker and kept her as a white, like, body. And then we have the... oh, the Juggernaut, right? Juggernaut? Oh, can you guys not hear TJ? TJ's voice is so low. Can we fix this? Can you guys hear him? I just raised your volume. Can you guys hear him? Okay, he's muted on their end. How do we solve this? He's not muted, just very quiet. Yeah, and I turned up your volume all the way. Can you guys hear him? No. Okay, let's figure this out. What's up, Fulham Fan 9? Okay. How do we fix it? I mean, I could just unplug my headphones. Alright. I gotta... let's... alright, try talking now.
Testing.
Can you guys hear him?
I heard my voice echo. No, I didn't. Just briefly. We're good now.
Alright, can we hear him? We'll go no headphones today.
Yeah. No, I'll just keep the mic really close to myself.
Yes. Oh, good. Alright, we got it figured out.
Sweet. Fantastic.
Let's go! Alright, awesome. Perfect. So, next up, we got the Ring of Fire with the Mega Monster Amusement Park car, and I'm very, very proud of this. I was able to balance the nunchuck. Oh, you can't see it. I was able to balance the one of the nunchucks. Like, one of them is attached into the legs, but the other one is completely balanced there. I was very happy with that
Oh, that's
result
good.
because it looks like they're just attached to his belt, like in the show. So I thought that was good. And then I used another interesting technique here. I used snowflake pieces to get this hexagonal shape, which is like Zane's ice beam. So
That's good.
I was pretty happy with that. And finally, oh, I just broke it. We have the talent show with all the ninja, all the serpentine, the judges, and it's written in there in the banner, Ninjago talent is built into it.
Nice.
So that is, well, that's not all the builds. I took apart the Kai build because, in my opinion, it wasn't very good, and it just needed to be taken apart. It was just like eh. All right, let's see. Have we added anyone else? Welcome, Light, Fulham fan. I think that's it. All right, so let's start. In case anyone doesn't know you, TJ, would you like to introduce yourself, introduce what you do, your role in the community, interests, all that?
Yeah, of course. So I'm TJ, Titanium J52. I'm mainly a Ninjago fan / collector in the LEGO community. I started out on YouTube. More recently, I've been in the Twitch community and over there a lot. Do a lot of Ninjago builds. Also a big fan of Star Wars. People tend to be surprised by how big of a Star Wars fan I am, but I do know a lot of Star Wars stuff as well. Also a fan of Tron Legacy, Tron Uprising, love that stuff. I also build mocks. I have one of those behind me. It's that.
That's awesome.
Temple of Fortitude.
That's sick.
And yeah, I'm hanging out here. Ninjago's my interest, and I know too much about it. I have been called a Ninjago encyclopedia before.
That's funny. So you like Tron? Have you been on the Disney ride?
No, I haven't. Never been
it's
to
good.
Disneyland or Disney World or any of those.
It's a good one.
But yeah.
Yeah. If you ever get the chance to go, I would highly recommend.
Yeah, for sure. No, Tron Uprising is, besides Ninjago, it's my favorite TV series ever. Like,
Really?
It's kind of hard to compare the two because Tron Uprising is only one season,
Mhm.
and Ninjago is up to 17 seasons now.
Right.
So yeah, but Tron Uprising is one of the best pieces of media I've ever seen.
I'll have to check it out then. I'm unfamiliar. Where's the sticker sheet?
Yeah. Yeah, also a space fan as well. Lego
Really?
Space. I got Space Police 3 was my first Lego theme, because I got into Lego before Ninjago existed.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah. I can.
So I dabble in space as well.
That's awesome. Yeah. My first theme was city. I was big city police guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that there was so much hype around those, but I couldn't get them all the time. But I remember watching all the videos back in the early 2010s and stuff, and yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
That was definitely awesome. Let's see. People are saying, TJ's the authority on Ninjago, coming from Scott Davis. And Copper asked if you're collecting the micro builds, the city micro builds.
Oh, I am.
Oh, let's see it.
Okay, so we have City. Have City here.
Awesome. Let's see it. That is so cool to see.
Yeah, pretty nice little build.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got Docs. Where's my camera? Here's my camera.
Oh, love it.
Docs is pretty nice. You don't see this angle on the box. You don't see this side of it.
Mhm.
So important to show that off. But here's the side that everyone likes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my favorite so far, and I think it will be my favorite overall, is Gardens.
Okay.
Micro Garden.
Yeah,
This thing
That's,
looks amazing.
that is epic.
Yeah.
Unreal.
I'm really, really happy with this one. And then Markets. Well, Markets isn't built yet. I'm building that tomorrow.
Oh, nice. On stream?
Yeah. Yeah, on stream.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, these things are great. Can connect them. Oh, that almost fell off.
So what's your favorite?
I can switch to my other camera.
Awesome,
see
awesome.
him here.
That is so cool.
Yeah, these look so great lined up next to one another. I can't wait to add Markets to this, and then I gotta figure out how I'm going to display them. Because either I'm going to display them in a line, or I'm going to display them in like a grid. And I haven't decided which one is best.
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they are
also,
so cool.
For those of you who haven't built these yet, just a word of warning with City. So this side with the Technic here, pops off very easily.
Okay.
So if you've got another building connected here, and you just pick it up by City, the other building may fall over.
Yeah.
Just that's the only design flaw I've encountered in these builds. Everything else,
out of everything, that's it. That's pretty good.
And I'm not sure how they could have avoided it.
Right. There probably isn't too much of a way. Yeah,
they'd have to really change this area.
Yeah.
Of the build if they wanted to avoid it.
Yeah. We have PBJ Builds. Welcome.
The PBJ.
So I know we were briefly talking about this before we started streaming, but you said that there's a big difference in the best season compared to your favorite season. Now you would think that nostalgia plays a factor and kind of makes you want to say that one is both, but I'll let you take the floor and explain why there's a difference to everybody.
Yeah, I think for me at least, the best season and favorite season are two very different things. My favorite season is Rebooted. Looking back on it, it's been 10 years now. It's 10 years old. That makes me feel old. But you know, I don't like every single element to Rebooted. There's the whole love triangle in particular. I'm not a huge fan of.
That's so funny.
But yeah, that was not the greatest thing, but it's just a time when I was really into Ninjago and I love it. So. Yeah. So it holds a special place in my heart.
That's fair. That's very fair. But so, you mentioned two of the best seasons being Possession and Tournament of Elements, which I agree with personally. I think they're definitely two of the best. If you had to choose, which one would you choose?
That's a tough one. Honestly, I think most people would choose Tournament of Elements, but honestly, I think I'd go Possession. I think I like that over Tournament of Elements.
I would agree with you. I think from what I remember, the love triangle gets carried over into Tournament of Elements a little bit, not by much.
they kind of wrap it up.
Yeah.
Tournament of Elements and just kind of shove it away.
Yeah. So that is again, like you said, something I'm not like a huge fan of, and I think just because of that, but also because they make the ghosts in Possession so relatable and like funny. Like it's how could you not like feel for them, like all this stuff? And they also go over like the whole history of the realms, and they introduce that whole concept, which goes over and introduces the storyline for a bunch of different seasons. So I would overall choose Possession as well as the better.
Yeah, introducing the realms changed the game for Ninjago a bit. Yeah,
and now they're even
having the
go on.
I mean, for most of the season until like the final 2 episodes, and then like one part of the 3rd episode, we were only dealing with a few ghosts. Right. That's how dangerous they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I the ninja are always outmatched, and somehow they always win. But that's why we love them. But so now they're revisiting Chima a little bit in Dragon's Rising, aren't they? With Roz?
Yeah. Yeah, so it was revealed, I think, in the second season, actually, in the beginning of the second season, that Chima is part of a realm called the Wildness. So the full realm is called the Wildness, and Chima is a land within that realm.
Okay.
And we know that because Roz mentioned a location in Chima, the Forever Rock, I think it's called. But he was talking about the Wildness, lots of locations in there, so... Wow. We don't know if Roz has ever been in Chima specifically, but we know he's in the Wildness realm. And I think that's where he came. Yeah.
Wow. So that's also a game changer. Do you think they would ever do a reboot of Chima because they've reintroduced this now, or do you think it's staying gone?
I mean, if they brought Chima back, they would have to be... The only way they could work it in the sets, if they brought it back in under Ninjago, is they'd have to be the antagonists. Because that's the only way all those characters would get made into minifigs.
Right.
It's either that or they have another cameo appearance. But who knows?
And
we don't know what they'll do.
And that's not the first time Chima's cameoed in Ninjago, again, in Possession. They had their little feature. But so would you be interested in seeing them come back as the antagonist, as like the villains, or in a? Sorry, go on. Sorry.
It would be interesting to see them again, and I'm curious how they would have them kind of face off. It'd be very interesting to see, because I think I didn't watch all of Chima, but I know a little bit about it. But and from what I remember, where the show ended, like everyone was kind of united, all was well. So, I mean, it's possible that the merge could have initiated some sort of catastrophe for Chima, or maybe Chima has something dangerous. Maybe the merge corrupts them. There's any number of possibilities.
Right. So, yeah, for sure. I was thinking along the lines that maybe, because are the timelines necessarily the same? Could they go to a point in the Chima timeline back in Season 1 where it was the Crocs versus the Lions and those factions, and potentially the Crocs, Wolves, and Ravens try to invade Ninjago after learning about whatever. They learn about some mystical thing that they could transport to realms. They enter Ninjago, they try and steal whatever, and then the Lions and the Eagles try and save them. Like, what if there's that possibility as well?
I mean, it's possible they could do something in the past, but I think for the cameo for Season 5, we saw all of the main Chima cast kind of together.
They were getting along,
so I don't think anything... Yeah, I don't think anything like that would be going on during... during the merge, or at least post-merge.
Right. But,
yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. I know there's that Shatterspin comic coming up with Garmadon in it, and he's going to the Wildness. He's going to find the Shadow Dojo, I think. I think it's implied, at least. He could encounter some Chima people there.
Okay, so, you gotta catch me up then. The Shadow Dojo is in the Wildness?
Yeah.
So
it's
okay.
Yeah, it's within the Wildness realm somewhere.
Okay.
I think it's the Forest of Spirits, maybe? I don't entirely remember.
So are the ninja in the Wildness in Dragon's Rising?
Yeah, they managed to travel into the Wildness. So yeah, you haven't seen Dragon's Rising, so
No.
This is why it's not making sense, because the merge, which occurred in Dragon's Rising Season 1, took all of the 16 realms that were parallel to Ninjago and merged everything into one world.
Got it.
So they're all in the same world. There's no traveling to other realms, because all the realms are on one world. So
it's not out of the realm of possibility that they could encounter the Chima characters.
Yeah. Yeah, the Chima characters, they're probably out there somewhere.
That would be
maybe.
interesting.
Yeah.
If they kind of brought that in.
Yeah, they've had the Beavers cameo a couple times, I think. There was a cameo in season 11.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like a couple little tiny cameos a couple seasons after.
Mm-hmm.
But we haven't seen anyone else from Chima.
That I think they could do a lot with that personally. That could be very as I guess I'm an ex-Chima fan because I have so many of the Chima sets. And I almost regret buying them just because like there was I could have spent my money on Ninjago, on Star Wars, etc. But at the same time, I look back at how nostalgic it was and like how big of a part of my life it was. It's like I almost wouldn't go back and like change which sets I bought or got as gifts or whatever, because they are cool. Like it was an interesting concept, and if they continued it, it probably would have picked up some popularity. I know recently, because of the cameo with Roz and all that, it is picking up popularity again, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see. So yeah, what's going on in chat? Welcome, Crimson Toaster. Let's see what people are saying. They just made a Chima water park in Legoland. Fulham fan pointed out that we're at 1, 2, 3, 4 subs.
Oh, nice.
That's funny. Oh, so this is also true. Hasn't Tox made an appearance in Ultra Agents?
Yeah, so Tox and Mr. Pale in the Ultra Agent stuff is Toxikita and Invisible.
Okay.
So they were Ultra Agents villains.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know like the full story of Ultra Agents. I don't think there was like an actual series for it. Just kind of like mini movies and other little things about it. But they took those character models that were in the Ultra Agent sets and used them as Elemental Masters for Ninjago, because they needed Elemental Masters.
Right.
So... yeah, so Tox and Mr. Pale have never actually been in Ninjago sets until this wave with the Tournament of the Sources.
Got it.
Is what they're calling it. There's another tournament, so...
oh, so we're just revisiting ideas here.
I mean, we don't know yet. It's just been teased at the end of the first part of Dragon's Rising Season 2.
Okay.
But we have a new Tox minifig. She's over there somewhere.
Yeah,
I can go get her.
Shout out to Gio for that comment as well that I picked up on.
Yeah. So Tox, in her new appearance, this is my little focusing thing.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
She is drastically different from how she looked in Tournament of Elements / Hunted, because she also appeared in that season. I think that was a good choice, because if they had made her look like how she had before, she would have had the same hair as Pixel and Nia.
Right.
And that would have felt odd.
Yes.
So. And then, I don't have the fig built yet, because I haven't built the set yet, but Mr. Pale is... he's a slightly updated design, but he's similar to how he appeared the last time we saw him.
And do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think it works. I think Tox needed the redesign because... I think mainly because the hair looked so similar to Nia and to Pixel. But Invisible I'm perfectly fine with keeping the design that we've got.
And how do you feel about the character redesigns, the animation styles? I know we briefly talked about this in the last stream when you were in the comments section, but what are your thoughts on the redesigns? Because it really seems to be the biggest controversy, even still, that they're still continually changing the designs of the characters. So I'm curious about your opinions.
I mean, the character redesign that happened back during the Ninjago movie, so they had the original designs, they had the Ninjago movie designs, and they pulled the movie designs into the show. and have used those since then.
Right.
I think overall it was a good decision. Gave the ninja unique faces. You know, some of them had been used elsewhere in like city sets or power miners or something like that.
Yeah.
Neo was getting a city face for a couple of years, and that was a problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think overall the designs were a good choice. Now, like personal preference on the designs and how they looked, you know, it's a bit more mixed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, Jay, I really miss, you know, Jay's orange hair and the little slit on his eyebrow. That was a nice, fun design.
Yeah.
Kai, I don't know why he's been wearing the same Band-Aid for, what is it, 7 years now?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been wearing that a long time. I hope he's changing it. I hope those are different Band-Aids each season.
You'd think his injuries would get better, but no.
And he keeps getting hit on the head, so he just has to keep wearing the Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Cole, I think, was fine either way. Zane, I think, as well. The human Zane appearance in the movie was terrifying. I'm glad that they changed it a little bit for the show and also continued to give him his metal version.
Mm.
And that Lloyd, I think, was a good step in the right direction, and Nia was probably the best of the changes because it actually gave her a consistent design.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Nia being the best. I do have to say, I think the most... It's a lot of nostalgia, obviously, talking, when I say that I prefer the older designs. But when looking at it like you are and saying like overall for the show it progresses it, I definitely agree. It gives the show something to push for, in that sense. I do think I agree with you that I wish they kept the original hair for a lot of them because those are still pieces that are still in production. I think besides Kai's, I haven't seen Kai's anywhere in a while.
Yeah.
But all the rest of them are still in production, being used elsewhere. So it would have been cooler to see them keep the hairstyles, but at the same time, I don't think it works with their face. So like, almost if they kept the face and the hair, but then changed everything else, it could have been interesting. But then again, I guess it's not much of a change if you do that. So.
Yeah. And they had to, I think they had to change the designs in the show to match the movie because we had all the new fans. We had a nice influx of fans from the movie. Mm-hmm. And if they went to the show and the characters looked like how they had for the past 7 seasons, kids would be like, who are these people?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I think also why they changed Lloyd's voice actor because it matched the movie version a bit more. So.
Yeah, I was surprised that they did that, but I don't think it was a bad choice by any means. I also was very devastated to learn that Kirby Morrow passed when he did. Personally, that was like because he's also been in other shows and he's done other stuff for Lego, like in the Star Wars Lego animations that they were doing. He voiced Anakin Skywalker. So it was, like, he's been, where else was he? Was he in Transformers or Power Rangers?
He also voiced Grievous.
Did he?
It's a bit harder to tell with Grievous, but he did also voice Grievous, I believe.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, so, I mean, exactly, that just reinforces the idea that it was just, like, kind of tough to...
Yeah, it was a really tough time, yeah.
Yeah,
My devastating news.
Yeah. But, so who did they get, or is Cole in Dragon's Rising? Because I haven't seen, he's not in the trailers, I don't think.
Well, he wasn't in, like, the first sort of trailer for Dragon's Rising, the first part of Season 1. I think he was briefly in the Season 2 trailer, then he was involved a little bit in, no, he was briefly in the Season 1 Part 2 trailer.
Okay.
And he was involved a little bit in that plot, and then he had more to do in Season 2. He's done a bit more since then. So, he's still involved. They got, same voice actor for Morrow.
Oh, really?
And he does a good job.
That's good.
So.
That's good. I mean, that's an incredibly tough thing incredibly tough shoes to fill, I would say.
Yeah, I think when it had happened at the time and they announced that they were recasting him with Moro's voice actor, I think it made the most sense because someone in the Ninjago family already.
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah.
So in the chat, there is a question for you. It says, when do you think we will get a Noct minifig?
So Noct is a character in Dragon's Rising Season 2. Appeared very briefly at the end. He's one of the Forbidden Five.
Okay.
Who are very dangerous elemental masters. It'll depend on how involved he is with Part 2 of Dragon's Rising Season 2. I really wish we'd gotten a minifig. I think Tournament Temple City would have been the perfect place to include him. But because of that, unless he's involved in Dragon's Rising Season 3, I don't see us getting a minifig of him unless they make... they could include him in the next Ninjago modular, if we get another Ninjago modular. I kind of think we will. Or in some sort of minifig pack of some sort. That is a common issue with Ninjago, is that they aren't able to make a lot of the side characters that appear, and it's become an issue yet again in Dragon's Rising.
Yeah.
Some characters have more prominent role than others, and it's unfortunate when they don't get made.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you guys have any other questions for Jay, make sure to leave them in the comments. We will be checking the comment section periodically to make sure that you guys are also being engaged with. But yeah, so what does he look like? Hold on, let me look this guy up. Noct.
Yeah. And I'll talk briefly about the next Ninjago modular if we get one.
Yeah.
The reason I think we're getting another one is they're retiring Gardens end of this year, but Markets is supposedly sticking around until the end of 2026. And I don't think they're going to leave two Ninjago modulars on... Or, no, I don't think they're going to leave one Ninjago modular on its own on shelves. Because when they did City and Docks, they pulled them off the shelves at the same time. Okay. So I don't think... I think there will be another one introduced in the relatively near future. And also, to be perfectly honest, I don't think Markets is going to sell that well being the only modular available.
Right.
So, Gardens was a bit different. It kind of worked a bit better, looked a bit better, but I don't think Markets quite has that appeal that Gardens did. So
yeah, I think the biggest appeal for Gardens was that people saw a new opportunity to collect these modular sets because they either missed out on the other ones or already had the other ones. And now it seems to be people who are only serious about collecting are getting all of them.
Yeah.
So, but I do have to say, Markets is completely underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Markets is fantastic. I think people just don't like it as much as they do Gardens, for example.
That's fair.
And it's also the most expensive of the four modulars that have come out so far.
Right. I mean, now getting anything on resale is...
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great set.
Oh, it's right there.
I bought it... it's back there. I bought it day one.
Okay.
And I built it as fast as possible because at the time I was co-hosting a show called Good Morning Brick World. And I was doing these sort of Ninjago segments, and I had talked about for months, because that thing has a working toilet, I had talked about taking the Lego katana piece and seeing if it would actually work in the moving toilet. And I did a segment on that, and it was basically, I got the set out, I introduced it, we're now going to answer the question, and then I filmed 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of me trying to flush the toilet. The katana didn't even go all the way down.
Oh no.
And then I just cut back to me, the general view, and I just said, no. And and then ended it. It was fun. I should have turned that into like an Insta reel, but I never did.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Would you still be able to turn that into something? Do you still have the footage?
I mean, I could film it again. I just feel like it's a bit dated now.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's actually.
I tried a bunch of other parts too. The only thing that works is a round tile.
Really?
1x1 round tile. I tried 1x1 round plate, 1x1 tile, 1x1 plate, a couple other things I don't entirely remember, but nothing worked. It's just the tile.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. And so, what would you say is your favorite Ninjago sets ever?
Oh, that is so tough. There are so many things. Just looking around at them, there's so many choices. I mean, there's a few. I don't think I could pick a favorite. There's a few that are up there.
Mm-hmm.
Legacy J Stormfighter, that's one.
Yep.
Legacy Zane's Titan Mech is another.
Mm-hmm.
The Legacy Bounty as well. The Legacy sets, it seems, did a lot of good work.
Yeah.
The movie Bounty is now up there. I now own that.
Right.
That's a great set. One of the most recent additions, Cole's Titan Dragon Mech. That's a new set. It's not even available in North America, but I have it.
That's awesome.
And it's a fantastic build. It is lovely. That's
incredible.
Go get it.
Welcome H4M1D. How are you doing today? And also Fulham Fan 9 says, did you hear about the Ninjago City Apartments rumor? Corner modular similar to Gardens and will be releasing in 2025. I assume you have heard about that?
Yeah, I have heard that rumor. That's the only rumor that I've heard about that.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond that, no other news about a Ninjago modular. It didn't come out in the text leaks that we got a few days ago.
Right.
But I don't think it would have because it'd be a D2C, not a regular release.
Okay.
And and with Gardens, they released it 2 weeks after the regular January wave in 2021, I think in the middle of January. So this could be the same thing.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Yeah,
let's see. Oh, wow. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's big. Look, it's got the Dune Ornithopter blade.
Oh, my God.
As the sword. Yeah, that thing, it is huge. The blade is almost as tall as the mech. If you take the big blades off the back, the blade is as tall as the mech.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it's, where's,
So, in this wave, they've released... Oh my God.
Compared to a dragon plushie.
Oh my goodness. So, in this wave, they've not only released the biggest mech, but they've also released the biggest dragon build, correct?
Yep. Yeah, biggest mech and the biggest dragon.
They keep one-upping themselves. You almost gotta wonder when it's gonna stop.
Yeah. Let me put this back.
Not that I want it to stop, because I think they're doing some great stuff. And I'd like to see them keep going with that personally.
Yeah.
But it's curiosity gets the better of me, and it's like, will it stop at one point?
Yeah. Yeah, how are they going to top this wave next year? I mean, they'll have to do a better vehicle than the Ninja combo vehicle, which that'd be pretty easy to do. But yeah, with the mechs and the dragons,
they're just one-upping themselves year after year.
With the mech, you can see it fits on my shelf.
Right.
It fits.
Yeah.
It's very tall, but it fits. Mm-hmm. With the dragon, I don't know where that's gonna go. I'm running out of space. I've had to set up a folding table behind me. It's somewhere behind me.
Oh, wow.
In addition to my regular table. My regular table is blocked off by these drawers here. Mm-hmm. But a folding table you can see is next to it.
Yeah, it's back there. Yeah.
And, I'm going to have to clear off some shelves. I think I've got the Ninja Dojo Temple from the core wave. I'm going to have to dismantle that. Mm-hmm. I think probably Zane's Ice Dragon creature as well. I'm going to dismantle that. That's a really good dragon. That's an underrated dragon.
Is it? Yeah,
I don't think it doesn't get talked about too much because it's part of core, which for the most part, the core sets weren't that great.
Mm-hmm.
But Zane's Ice Dragon creature is one of those exceptions. It was really well done and a very enjoyable build.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you recently saw Generic Studs video. I believe it released 2 days ago, yesterday, something like that. All of the he's doing like
Zane vehicles,
all the Zane vehicles, and he had a lot of good things to say about that set. So it definitely that's the first time that yesterday and you now today is the first time I've heard anyone really talk about it, like in general, not just saying positive things, just even mention it that it's a set.
Yeah, no, it's a great set. It's retiring at the end of the year, so if you haven't gotten it yet, get it.
I might have.
It's a big one. I've seen it 30% off at Meyer.
Okay.
So if I didn't already own one, I'd buy it.
Yeah. Do they have those deals online? Like, could I just ship it to me?
I don't think so.
Dang.
They're and the Ice Dragon in particular, that's only at a Meyer Exploratory store, which is like
Okay.
It has like a lot of Lego, and then there's little displays you can interact with a little bit. Basically, just spin them around.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Zane's Ice Dragon creature at any other Meyer that I've checked.
Okay.
I'm not even sure where else it would be available besides Lego at this point.
Yeah.
Or any other store selling it.
I haven't, to be honest, I think I've only seen it once at a Target, and that's about it. I don't think I've seen it or at a Lego store, but like I don't think I've seen it anywhere else ever. So
yeah, I mean Lego might have a sale on it for Insider Days.
They might,
knows, but
I've been keeping my eye out, or I will be keeping my eye out on Prime Day, because I hear there's speculation that there's supposed to be some insane deals there. I don't know. People were speculating that the Coruscant Guard gunship was going to be for $100.
Oh, that
would be insane.
That'll go.
That'll go. Yeah, I don't have it yet, so I need to get my hands on that because I'm doing a Clone Army video, soon. I'm filming that soon, so I gotta get my hands on that pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've got one. It's well, it's not disassembled, but the wings are removed, so I could store it in one of my storage bins.
Okay. Yeah.
The built Star Wars set storage bin. So.
Yeah.
Because there's.
I'm definitely.
I need more shell.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same space as you, where I'm just running out.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah, I've been running out for like the past 5 years, so.
Yeah, and yet we still seem to make it work, right?
Yeah. It's just dismantle and put more things in storage for me.
Yeah.
I've got almost 4 large storage bins full of dismantled Ninjago sets.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't even know where I put stuff, to be honest, at this point. It's just kind of it's just everywhere. Yeah. It's just everywhere. I've got how is this going? Oh, right there. I've disassembled every single Chima set that I own to throw in. I have a bin where I just throw it all. I've disassembled almost every single Ninjago set besides the ones that I've been building recently. Like, all my old stuff has pretty much been disassembled. I have one Ninjago display. I'll send you a picture after, but it's my favorite. I think it is my favorite display in my room. Like, it is awesome. I've got all the Serpentine vehicles displayed, and then I have Zane's original Ice Dragon and the what's it called? The Skull Crusher, maybe? No. What's the the Turbo Shredder. I've got those two. I have right smack in the middle the Samurai Axe mech, and then above I have the Golden Dragon, Kai's Fire mech from Stone Army, and the Stone Warrior bike. All three with like Stone Army men coming from one side and the ninja coming from. It's my favorite display ever.
Nice. That is really good. I don't have anything that intricate, but I have a cube shelf over there, and that's got Skull Motorbike, which was my first ever Ninjago set, Kai's Blade Cycle, and Lasha's Bike Cycle.
Oh, heck yeah. Those are...
Kind of all displayed.
Yes.
Those take back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all epic sets.
I've got the Legacy Stormfighter next to it.
Ooh.
On the next cube shelf over. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are awesome. Let's see.
Yeah, most of my sets on display nowadays are more modern. I do have the original Lightning Dragon.
What?
And the Skeleton Chopper. I got it. I got all 4 original dragons on a deal. They didn't have any figures, but I was perfectly fine with that because I've got all the figures already.
Oh, awesome.
And yeah, the other 3 are dismantled, but the Lightning Dragon had to stay up.
Oh yeah, oh my god, that's insane.
I've got, let's see what else. I've got the Ninjago movie Green Ninja Mech Dragon on display. It's weird because originally I didn't like that set when it first came out, and then I found it 20% off. I bought it. I was like, "We'll get it, whatever."
Yeah.
I built it, and I really like it, and it's still up on display.
That just goes to show.
Yeah.
Just goes to show.
Then too many others. I still have the Still have Wu's Battle Dragon of all things. I think I need to put that in the storage at this point.
I disassembled that one.
Yeah.
I have the Skull Sorcerer Dragon as well as Wu's Battle Dragon.
Yeah.
Honestly, really surprised me. I always thought it was a great set, the Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. It is huge, and like that thing is no joke.
Yeah.
The wings
is big.
I have the wings bagged up over there because it's disassembled, but that is one of my favorite Lego sets, not just Ninjago sets.
I've got a drawer full of like stickered Ninjago parts from some sets that I've parted out and whatnot, because there have been some. Yeah. And it's also where I've stored all of like the fabric from different wings and things and a few other things, so that stuff is all relatively safe.
That's good.
But it's mainly like mainly locations that I've dismantled, a few vehicles depending on what it is, like if it's non-canon or if it's not a vehicle that I like.
Right.
I don't know. But
100%.
With the locations, I always think like this could be so much better. I'll just mock it one day.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's definitely some awesome location. Like I know we were talking about this last stream. There's awesome locations I have on my bucket list that I just have to build one day. And honestly, I'm doing so. Hold on, we will get to this discussion in a second because I'm noticing new people in the chat.
Yeah.
Hello, Ancraft. How are you doing? And Gio's back. And Scott says he hopes to find the Dune set on sale on Prime Day.
Oh, yes.
That's a good one.
I haven't actually built that set, but I helped someone else build it. Because she was streaming over on Twitch, and I was basically just checking everything, following along in the instructions, making sure it all looked okay. And yeah, it was looks like a fun build. That set is going. I don't think that set's going to retire until end of 2027.
I would agree with that.
Plenty of time to get a deal on it.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. And Fulham fan says, Jay, do you think we will get a Bonzel or Geo minifig Master of Fusion? And if so, what set do you think they will appear in?
Yeah, so those two are from Dragon's Rising,
okay.
Season 1 and 2. And if they were to appear anywhere, it'd probably be the next Ninjago modular. Like, that's really the best way to get in these characters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Open up.
For Bonzel, they would have to create a new, because Bonzel's a skeleton, but she has like a jacket on her skeleton torso, so they would have to create a new element, a new torso element for that.
Okay. For
Geo, I don't know how they'd get his hair, and because he's also got ears, because he's I believe he's a Munce, who's the color of a gecko.
Okay.
If I remember that correctly.
Okay.
So
yeah.
They'd have to get that, but other than that, like, I think they could make him just fine. They might have to make some compromises like they did with the mechanic. So
right.
Who knows?
Yeah. I just opened up this pack of weapons. This is my first time experiencing the new golden weapons, and they are awesome.
Yeah.
These are sick.
They're, yeah, the Sword of Fire kind of looks a little bit cursed, but other than that, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I'm a little partial to the original Shuriken design, but
yeah,
everything else, like I can see what you mean with the sword. It's a little wonky.
Yeah.
I also
they had to have it so that it could fit in that little trans-purple thing as well, so they could do the weapons of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
it wasn't too bad.
I also wish they added a second pair of nunchucks because everything else seems to be doubled.
Yeah,
So.
you only get 2 hilts. So
yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's very cool. Geo says the Sword of Fire is trash.
Oh, and Scott's saying maybe one of the new space sets will go on sale for Prime Days. Well, Scott, 30% off at Meyer City Space Station, and City Space Base also 30% off at Meyer.
That is great.
So
those are cool.
Scott, I don't know, Scott, if you're in the Midwest or not. I don't remember, but if you are and you're near Meyer, check it.
He's in.
I'm actually considering a second space station.
That could be cool.
Honest, at 30% off. I have plans for a second one, and if my purchases during Prime Days / Insider Days are relatively tame, then I'll probably go back for it. Scott, I will say the space station, I haven't found it at every Meijer, but a Meijer that has enough clearance, I've seen it on sale, 30% off. The space base, that one I've only seen at an exploratory store, which a bit more like with their interactive displays. And there was only one left at the one I went to. So those tend to have different clearance compared to other Meijers, regular Meijers. So
Fulham fan says, "What set are you building next?" I don't know if is that to me or to Jay. I'm gonna assume Jay.
I would have thought it'd be you because I'm not building anything at the moment.
Well, right now I'm building the Crystal King Temple. I forgot to mention. Oh, whoops! Look at me. Look at the kind of streamer I am. I am currently building the Crystal King Temple. Next set, I'm not really sure. I'm actually going to be building a lot of... What's up, Ben? I'm actually going to be building a lot of sets off camera because I'm doing Clone Army stuff. So I'm just I have 3 more ATTEs to build. I have an ARC 170. I have a V-Wing. I have a V-19 Torrent. I have... Those are not all sealed. The 3 I just mentioned. Those are all in pieces somewhere. So I gotta find them. But I'm very excited for this Clone Army video. I've been collecting clones specifically for 15 years now.
Nice.
The army is well over $8,000, which is just insane. It's just ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know if I could spend that much.
So
yeah,
I mean, I luckily didn't spend all of that. I ended up getting more than half of my army for free from a friend. We were in 6th grade, and her older brothers had all this Lego, and they didn't want it anymore because they were just like at that age that they were like phasing out. Which I don't know how they could. I could never. But so they gave me their entire collection, over 100 sets, probably worth over $10,000 at that point, for free. Included 2 of the Playscale gunships, the 2008 one, 2002, the 2008 ATTE, the Republic Attack Shuttle, the 2006 Star Destroyer. What's another notable set? The MTT, 2007 MTT.
Oh,
The
wow.
a bunch of duplicates from 2005 Turbo Tank, 2005 ATRT, 2005 or 2006 V-Wing, 2005 Arc 170. What else? I'm trying to look around now and see. A 2009 AAT, Droid Gunship from 2008, 2008 AT-AP, Wookiee Catamaran from 2005. It included just so much stuff.
Dang.
So I got all of that for free, which was just crazy. And it includes things like a Bionicle lot in it. There was Exoforce sets, which are actually just recently sold to Lego Men 360. I still have to find them and part them out and everything, but he will be getting those in August. And there was a few other random sets, but it was insane.
Yeah. Well, I gotta bring this out.
Oh,
Flex tape. I've had this. I got this as a Christmas gift in 2018.
Okay.
Back when the meme was big.
yeah.
And I've just had it ever since, and I use it whenever people flex things. So, yeah, that deserved it. That deserved the flex tape. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
it was by far the best deal I'll ever get, ever. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
there was, yeah, I mean, so grateful. I don't want to make it seem like I'm ungrateful for that. That is insane. Oh,
Yeah.
probably, in my opinion, the best set in there was the 2002. I got two of them. 2002 Slave 1. I have one Jango Fett incomplete. I'm only missing the helmet, and I had two Boba Fetts.
Dang.
That was the best, the best thing in that lot, I would say.
Yeah, that is
personally.
a deal.
If only they had a Cloud City. No, but yeah, it was crazy. Let's see, people.
Yeah.
Oh, Lego Fan Productions is here. Ancraft is gonna head out. No worries. Geo says can't wait for the new Arc 170 and Ahsoka's Jedi Interceptor. Yeah, those are gonna be awesome. I hope the rumors are true that there's multiple clone pilots plus other minifigures.
Yeah. Well, there would have to be, if they do what they did for the 2010 Arc 170, there'd have to be at least two clone pilots.
Yes.
And then they throw in a Jedi.
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm expecting them to do. They could do 3 clone pilots. I'm hoping that they do, because otherwise we're gonna have to bricklink a few, and that'll be expensive, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. Arc 170, depending on how it turns out, it might be a day one for me.
I think it might.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta save up.
Ahsoka's Interceptor, it'll depend on what they do for it, because that is
better include
$45.
They better include a Phase 1 clone, and it better be Commander Cody. Otherwise, I will lose my crap.
Well, I don't think it'll be Phase 1, because the Interceptor was only ever seen once, and it was when the clones were in Phase 2.
Yeah.
But for that price, it better include a new minifig.
Yes, definitely. The reason I say Phase 1 is because I saw someone was speculating that because they did the Phase 1 Cody and the Phase 2 Rex for the helmets, they would be Phase 1 Cody coming up soon.
I mean, yeah.
However,
It
I would say Phase 2 Wolfpack Trooper would go pretty hard in that set.
with that good too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's any number of choices they could make. Even a new Anakin would be acceptable.
Yes.
Because he was in the scene.
Yes.
We
yes,
haven't had a new Anakin since, I think, 2020,
Mhm.
I want to say.
I think you'd
So-
be right, yeah.
Yeah. But I've been half joking that they're gonna just throw Captain Rex in that set. And if they did, the whole community is gonna
blow up.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they would change one thing, maybe two things, and that would be different head print so that he doesn't have the bandage. They'd probably just give him a regular clone head at that point.
Yeah.
and then because he had a jetpack on Kato Nemoidia.
Yep.
So
they should include a Kato Nemoidian.
That'd be good.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Not like that's a revolutionary idea, but that would be cool.
Or they're gonna do a new Buzz droid, because the Buzz droids were in that scene. They weren't on Ahsoka's interceptor, but
right,
they were in that
on
scene.
Anakin's. So it could almost lead you to think maybe this might be a stretch. It's not just Ahsoka's interceptor for the price.
Yeah. Well, I think the piece count is 290.
That's
so it's I don't think it's going to be much more than Ahsoka's interceptor, because I think Anakin's last interceptor was around like 240, 250 in piece count.
Okay.
So assuming it's roughly the same piece count for Ahsoka's, then you really only have room for like a couple figs in there.
Right.
So.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Geo asked 2013 or 2017 Django. Well, Geo, this is well before both your and my time. 2002 Django.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy. And Scott says he was hoping that the ARC 170 would be the UCS set. And
that'd be a good UCS set.
It would be cool.
It isn't out of the realm of possibility,
no.
I would say, because we've had the X-Wing on shelves at the same time that the UCS X-Wing came out. We had the Interceptor on shelves, although it was part of a 2-pack, at the same time that a UCS Interceptor came out.
Right.
Anything is possible.
I would predict 2026 UCS ARC 70 if they're following that pattern. What I hope they do now, and this is a stretch, they make the $600 UCS set. Like, get the Ewok Village out. Get it out. No one wants that right now. Make it a turbo tank.
Yes. Gosh. UCS turbo tank would go hard.
And it would be Yoda, Quinlan Voss, Commander Gree, and like 4 scouts. That's the minifigure lineup. And you don't need droids in there. Get the droids out of there. Keep it like we've gotten enough Kashyyyk droids in the past. Maybe throw in 1 or 2, but like no, get them out of there. We need a turbo tank.
Yeah.
And the $160 playset, I would be over the moon if it was a UT-AT with Galactic Marines and they had a battle pack that went with it. Like, who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
I'm very passionate. I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah, no. I've been saying for years that we need another like 2007 style battle pack where it's a few different clones in one pack.
Yeah.
Like, get a Galactic Marine, get a 327th Trooper, get a 91st Trooper, maybe 442nd as the 4th one. The 4th one's kind of up there.
That would be epic.
But, because then you could, army build all 4 at the same time. That set would sell through the roof, I think. And then if there's a particular clone legion you don't like for whatever reason, you could sell them or trade them with someone else who wants that legion.
Yeah, 100% agree. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Oh, Ben is asking if so obviously you're familiar with my Discord server. Ben is asking if he's a mod on the Brick Building Lounge. Do I get mod here or no? I have a lot of mods right now on the stream, so I'm not looking for anyone else right now, but you'd probably be the next one, Ben. And Geo says $160 Mustafar battle.
That'd be something.
That'd be interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I hope there's a Mustafar something.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Mustafar diorama would be alright. I think there's other play sets from the prequels that need to be made before a Mustafar battle.
We just got Mustafar in 2020, even though it was small. So I wouldn't be upset if it wasn't included. But it's always good to have the radar out for that. What I would like to see, hopefully soon, is I believe, I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying the wrong name, but Padme's Royal Naboo starship.
Yeah.
The silver one. I'd like to see that. I would like to see. I know the rumor is an acclimator and MIDI scale. Come on, give us a playset. Give us a playset acclimator, playset Venator. Like, come on. I know we have the UCS Venator, which is incredible in my opinion. Besides the minifigs, a little questionable. But honestly, getting the Rex in hand, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But give us acclimator playset. I'm sure.
Yeah, acclimator would be good.
I'm sure the MIDI scale one will be very good. But let's get some play sets going. Scott says he wouldn't mind another UCS shuttle set. Any shuttle. That's not a bad take.
Yeah. Shuttle would be nice.
Yeah. It would be, if any, I think the most recent one that's popped up in the most Star Wars media is the attack shuttle, the Republic attack shuttle that now is in the Bad Batch as the Imperial attack shuttle. I feel like that would be the most likely candidate of them. But they could also do that in minifigure scale then if they made that a UCS set, I believe.
Yeah. I think Bad Batch was a really good opportunity to make more clone-based sets, and LEGO just didn't do it.
Yeah, not at all.
Which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
V-Wing, be lovely to have a V-Wing. I think the ARC 170 is more warranted than the V-Wing, but
yes, but V-Wing
would be nice.
Would have been cool to see. Again, I mean, Turbo Tank has shown up so many times. Gunship has shown up a bunch. I'm trying to think what else.
The Coruscant Guard gunship is retiring, I believe, end of next year.
I think it's end of next year because I heard a rumor that it got postponed.
Yeah, let me look. There's somewhere that I look for all the retiring sets. Yeah, I believe it's next year. So I think, there's a good chance we get another one after that. I would hope so. Hope we get another one after that. Yeah, end of 2025.
Okay. Yeah, so it would be. I'm always looking for gunships, like for LEGO to make gunships. So I mean, I would really love to see a Wolfpack gunship, a Plows Bros.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
I know people are kind of itching for original colors again, but honestly, I
think it'd be fairly easy to convert an original gunship to a Wolfpack gunship, because I think it's mostly just color swapping the dark red with dark blue.
Yes,
from what I remember.
Yes.
So that wouldn't be too difficult, which is why I think an original gunship would be more warranted.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Wolfpack would go great too. I still think they should have done, because it was the 20th anniversary of Clone Wars at the time, and like actual 2003 Clone Wars and not the Clone Wars show.
Munilist?
We should have gotten the Munilist gunship. That would have been great.
Yeah.
They celebrated 20 years of the Clone Wars and didn't actually do anything based on the original Clone Wars.
It was disappointing to say the least.
How do you do that?
It was disappointing to say the least.
I'm hoping that the 25th anniversary of the Clone Wars will get more of a celebration for it. I think that'll also be 20 years of like the Clone Wars movie and the original, or not the original, the Clone Wars show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we'll actually get more stuff then, but it'll also be 25th anniversary of the 2003 Clone Wars. So
yeah, that would be ideal. I think that would be ideal to see. So going back to the mock conversation. Oh, Geo's yapping in chat, saying Wolfpack cringe. Fordo is trash. OG
what?
Clone Wars non-canon trash. All right, buddy.
I don't care that it's non-canon. It's great.
It is
canon
awesome.
in my heart.
Yeah, headcanon.
Yeah.
So going back to the mock conversation, I'm very curious to know what mocks you have planned in the future, because I know you mentioned specifically Ninjago locations that have not been made yet. I would love to hear what you've got planned if you're willing to share.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So far I've done the Temple of Fortitude, which was at the end of Rebooted Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
That has so far been my favorite. Temple of Air Jitsu is also one that I've done. I was going to display that this year at Brickworld Chicago, but I got sick, so now it's going to be next year's display. After that, well, there's lots to choose from. Borg Tower is the one that I really want to do.
Yes.
But I want to go all out on that.
Yes.
And the good thing about the Temple of Air Jitsu having to wait another year is that it gives me more time to work on a mock for 2026, and more time to plan Borg Tower. And I've started thinking about a lot of different stuff. Another thing that's kind of been on my radar, it's a more recent location, but it's the Shadow Dojo from Dragon's Rising this season 2. That's it looks like a pretty interesting location, and not too oversized to mock as well.
Yeah.
There's really only like one portion of the interior that we've seen.
Okay.
And I'm hoping part 2 of Dragon's Rising Season 2 gives us more of a look at it, at least like a little bit more, so that I can get a good idea of how to build it. But those are the two that are on my radar. Borg Tower is like the big project.
Yeah.
And then the Shadow Dojo is kind of the other one that's on my radar. Beyond that, I haven't really thought about too many other locations. I think the monastery might be one to do eventually.
Yeah.
But it's not like super high up on the priority list. Other people have made big minifig scale versions of the monastery, so it's not a big rush. Borg Tower, like, it isn't a big rush either, but that's because I don't think anyone else is insane enough to make a minifig scale one.
No way. That would be.
And I'm certainly gonna try.
That would be epic if you could pull that off.
I did some rough calculations. I based it on okay, if I use this size window and there's this many of this window all the way up to the top of the tower, and then I include this many bricks as well for each floor, how tall would it be? And I think I got somewhere to 11 or 12 feet.
Oh my goodness.
This would require some extensive planning.
Yes.
It would also require a ladder. So
maybe a warehouse.
Yeah. I mean, assembling it in here, the main tower structures, I've looked at a couple ideas so far, and I'm starting to think of an idea of how to make a reinforced tower structure that'll be modular, go on top of one another. I have to make sure that it's stable, because if someone bumps into this and it falls over, that's a real problem.
Oh my god, I think my heart would actually stop.
Yeah, it would be a problem. I'm also going to have to figure out how to light it up, and that'll be another fun challenge.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I'm not planning too much interior work with it, just because most of the floors we don't see.
Right.
Rather, I just have a big tower, and then I have a few little panels that you can pull off where scenes are. So you could, of course, Borg's office would be at the very top. I might replicate that build a second time and have it displayed a bit lower down. Because no one's going to see it if it's 12 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
But then a few other things in there, the Season 9 broadcast that they had. Maybe Season 12 when all the villains, the mechanic and a few of the others were trying to get up to floor 100. the factory would be an obvious choice because that's lower to the ground.
Right.
And then a few other things just kind of scattered.
That would get you on Beyond the Brick for sure.
Oh yeah, it would.
That would be incredible.
People would notice, I think, if there was a 12-foot tall tower in Brick World, Chicago. It would also have to be displayed, like, actually on the floor. I'd have to probably build, like, a little base for it.
That'd be cool. The city street. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, have to have, like, a little bit of outside display work for it, and then, yeah, it would be a lot. But, yeah, I definitely think replicating Borg's office and just having that as like a little diorama on a table next to it would be a good idea.
Yes.
Because no one's going to see Borg's office otherwise.
No.
So it's like, it's up there.
Somewhere.
There's another one of it up there. But you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That, I mean, honestly, that sounds incredible. I'd love to see that come to fruition.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's, I may be too ambitious thinking I can finish this project by 2026 Brick World. It may be a 2027 project. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. If I think by the end of 2025, if I'm nowhere near close, then I'll just pivot to the Shadow Dojo or some other build.
Yeah.
And build that for Brick World 2026, and then resume work after Brick World 2026.
Yeah. That definitely sounds a little more feasible.
Yeah.
But I think you could do it. I got faith. I think.
Yeah. No, if I don't buy any sets, then I can definitely do it. So that's part of the problem.
Yeah. That's
what's really been killing my wallet lately is the space sets, because I really like those.
They are
eventually
very
I
good.
want to do a space layout, and I can, because people have like their Lego cities. I want to do a space city. That's the direction I want to go.
That'd be sick.
And it's finding these clearance deals is really helpful,
Right.
and helping me to get these sets now.
Yes.
But I'm playing catch up with a bunch of things at the moment.
That's the
city space sets, Speed Champions, which I collect apparently. I don't even like cars. Like, I have a car that I drive, and that's really about it. I know nothing about cars, but I buy the Speed Champions because
That's so funny.
why not?
That's so funny.
They are fun. The Speed Champions are nice builds. That is why I like them.
Yeah.
A nice little small build.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah.
Oh my god. So you are, yeah, you've got your sights set.
Yeah.
You've got your sights set. That's incredible. Yeah, I'd be so thrilled to see any of those locations be built. So, for this upcoming year, I'd like to start displaying regularly at conventions now. Even though never been to one, but I'd love to start displaying because that's the right way to go. So I am in the process of planning a collaboration with Lego Men 360, True Squadron, and Tiger. I'm gonna get this wrong. Tiger Builds. I don't know if it's Tiger Bricks or Tiger Builds. I think it's Tiger Builds, so we're just gonna go with that. Scott knows better than I do. He actually Scott, specifically speaking to you, he just DM'd me last night saying he's been off social media and just like started responding to everyone again. He's been really busy. He's doing school online, working 2 jobs. He's getting married in the fall, which is incredible. Tiger Builds. Okay. Yeah, he's super busy right now, so don't blame him at all for not responding. So it's the 4 of us, and we are gonna do a Star Wars build. Possibly, we're not entirely sure yet, but we're leaning towards Tuck Tales from High Ground Animations, because at that point, no one, to our knowledge, will have done that will have been able to do that yet. See you, Ben. Thank you so much for stopping by. And on top of that, am I missing something? We are in touch with High Ground Animations, who said he's going to give us reference material / images to build this the best that we can. So that would be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it. And with with builders like True Squadron, I mean, you can't really go wrong. I feel like
yeah, that sounds really cool. I imagine sourcing the clones is going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, that's definitely where we're at right now, how we're doing it. Cole actually just bought 50 decal sheets for the grunts. We're still trying to figure out size and everything, but I think it's gonna look like an over 12 base plate mock.
Ooh.
We're going big. So,
nice.
Worth it, definitely. Will we finish in time? I don't know. But I think we will, like, realistically. It's just, like you said, a matter of sourcing all the clones, because that's by far the hardest part.
Yeah, decaling is probably the cheapest way to go. I know GCC's put out some of those clones at one point. I don't think they're still available.
They are not. I personally, just for my personal collection, I'd like to get my hands on, like, Tuck and 2 grunts. Just to have. But I almost wonder if we were to place a large enough personal order, if they would do that. If that makes sense.
I don't know how GCC operates with those things, but
it
might be.
I've never heard of them doing that, so I think it's incredibly unlikely. But at the same time, it would be very, very cool if we could place a personal order. Because, like, if we're going in the quantities of, like, over 100 clones, I feel like that warrants enough of a personal order, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm seeing Gio's comment about GCC Tux being gone.
Yeah, gone.
160.
R.I.P. my wallet.
Yeah. I mean, personal collection-wise, that's an issue. I mean, for a mock, you only need one Captain Tug.
Right.
So that's not too bad for at least the mock perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I got my sights on so many locations that I want to do. Honestly, like, the issue I find is that there's so much that I want to build, and I just don't have the time or money to build it.
Yeah, that's the big thing with all this stuff. I've thought about several Ninjago builds. I want to get into some custom mechs. That those mechs that they've released this year, they're in the show, but they're a bit more detailed and articulated than what's in the sets, and I want to replicate that. I've seen some mocks on Insta that have done something similar, so
that would be incredible.
And then, like, I've thought about building Misfortune's Keep on a couple of occasions. I know, who is it, Brick Legends, I think, did a mock, but I noticed it wasn't quite big enough.
No, not at all.
Wasn't quite size accurate. This is
the one thing I love. Well, I don't know. I've started to fall out of love with his content. It's just not necessarily for me anymore. I do really like his stuff, his builds, but I'm also noticing that he's starting to outsource. It's not just him anymore. He's starting to outsource it to his brothers, and it's just kind of like, it's just not really for me anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I mostly just, like, skip around on his videos, to be honest, to, like, see what the actual build is, because I think, you know, it's targeted towards a generally younger audience.
Yeah.
His videos.
For sure.
And I don't necessarily need that kind of build up. I want to see what the mock is and what it can do.
Right.
And that's my interest.
Yes, and he does include a lot of cool features and everything like that. However, it would be awesome to see to see him do more minifigure scale stuff, because a lot of it, like his most, not his most recent one, one of the other ones, the Lighthouse. I was not impressed. I gotta be honest. I really wasn't. It wasn't anything like wow to me. And his Wojura mock, which is his most recent video, kind of the same thing. It was just kind of like, oh, that's really cool that you did that, but I'm not like wowed by it.
Oh yeah, look, the Lighthouse. Looking at it does not wow me. Wojura, I think, was a bit better.
Yes.
But even so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, and honestly, I kind of miss Generic Stud making his own mocks, because those were just funny to see.
Yeah.
It was just funny. He's just a funny guy. Just seeing his process and everything.
Yeah.
But
I think, I think part of it for Brick Legends is that they're also selling it as instructions.
Yeah.
So they have to make it somewhat feasible for people to buy.
Yeah. Which
is,
I mean, it's good for him that he's doing that. Just not necessarily what I'm looking for in content. Or again, super nice guy. Seems like nothing against him at all. But definitely
just
would
not what you're looking for with Ninjago.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of the smaller, I'm looking at the webpage now, some of the smaller builds, like for example the Electro Mech and Klaus's Stone Mech, those are pretty good.
Yes.
Because they're so much smaller, it's easier to get them exactly fig scale anyways.
Right. So you seem to be the kind of guy that cares a little bit about minifigure scale?
Yeah, I want to have my builds as close to fig scale as I can. So and that's kind of like a thing with the mocks. Like with the Temple of Fortitude in particular, that thing I think I got as close to fig scale as possible.
That's insane.
Temple of Verjitsu, it's a bit more difficult with like the main temple itself, but it was bigger than what the set was, way bigger. So I was pretty happy with that.
Right. Yeah.
I may redo the interior of the Temple of Verjitsu.
Oh, wow.
Before 2025. But like that's the only change that I would make to that temple. Everything else I'm fine with. And I can't make it any bigger.
Right.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, I can really appreciate that as a mock builder. I definitely try to make everything as close to minifigure scale as possible. I will say to that point, it doesn't upset me that the Lego sets are not minifigure scale, because it's very difficult for them to do. And I know a lot of people get really upset by that, but honestly, like, the sets are the sets are good either way. I mean, well, some sets. But it also kind of irks me that people complain about them and then they just buy them anyways. It's like, what are we doing here?
And minifig scale is such like a strange concept anyways, because it's such a strange proportion. You know, I don't expect Lego to get it exactly perfect. If you want something that's exactly proportional to what it is in whatever, like for Star Wars, I guess you can't really do it with Ninjago, but if you're doing it for Star Wars, for example, go buy a model kit.
Yes.
That'll be closer.
Yes.
But yeah, I know like people have talked about with Star Wars, they're kind of downsizing some of the ships and whatnot. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
No.
They're more affordable.
Yep.
And as long as they still look good and still do all the things that the set should, then I don't have any issues.
I agree. I've also noticed, so there was one video I was watching, I completely forget who it's by, but he makes his own little custom stuff, but he did a video, what is exactly minifigure scale, specifically for the Star Wars sets. In that, he noticed that a lot of the sets that were downsized are actually minifigure scale, namely the ATTE, and in going into UCS sets, the AT-AT were actually minifigure scale. I think the UCS Slave 1 is minifigure scale. I believe there's another... The Falcon is the other one, the UCS Falcon. That is minifigure scale. So they are... And I think the X-Wing and TIE Fighter were both minifigure scale as well. So they are kind of close when you look at it.
Yeah.
They're not too far off. What's up, Soft? How are you doing? And see ya, Geo. I know you're not here anymore. See ya, Geo. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, so I mean, they're not far off. And then, like I said, what really just irks me is that these people complain. Oh, this isn't accurate. This isn't right. Yada, yada, yada. And it's warranted, I guess, to an extent. Because, yeah, the fox is pink. And it's really not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Or, what was the other big one? Besides the helmet holes. Don't even... Personally...
Waist capes, that's one thing.
Yeah, that's another big one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, besides, yeah, okay, there's little inaccuracies, things that shouldn't be there. Okay, I get it. But at the same time, they are providing decent quality products, and you also have to remember that they have an adults line for a reason, and that they are aimed towards what the box says, 8+ at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I get it. I get being upset about certain sets. That's definitely not, like, I'm not belittling anyone's opinion in that area.
Yeah.
But if you're going to buy the set anyways, why are we complaining?
Yeah. No, I think like the printing quality, like Fox being pink and whatnot, I feel like that is a legitimate issue.
Yes.
That really needs to be fixed, because I noticed it on a lot of other figs, like, for example, Cole figs, when there's orange printed on black, that orange isn't quite as vibrant as it is as an actual orange piece.
Mm-hmm.
And that I think is an issue that LEGO needs to solve. But, you know, you get into, like, the helmet hole stuff, like, they're for kids. If you want, go buy GCC or CAC or someone else. So...
Yeah, exactly. I got an interesting question for you. GCC or CAC?
Right now, I'm going GCC. I like that. I like that they're Lego style compatible.
Yeah.
You know, CAC does. If you're looking for full coverage, you're looking for a lot of detail. CAC is the way to go.
Yes.
But I can't afford to be army building every single clone.
Yeah.
As a custom fig. I think anywhere from $25 to $30 for a clone from CAC, and I mean GCC is kind of a similar price. They're a little bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
I think their troopers are around like the $20 range. And then you get into the named clones; those are a bit more expensive because they use official helmets.
Right.
But yeah, GCC. You know, I bought 8 copies of the 501st Battle Pack. I've got a bunch of 501st clones, and now I can buy the custom GCC Rex and Jesse and Fives and Hardcase and Kicks and all those clones, and they fit in just fine.
Yeah.
So I don't have to buy a bunch of custom 501st clones as well, and it makes army building easier.
Yes. I 100% agree. What I really like is what I'm seeing now is that the Doom Troopers are still available. Like, they're making kind of these legions that LEGO never would even think to make.
Yeah.
Ever.
LEGO's not going to touch most of the legions that GCC currently makes. You know, there's certain ones that, like, there's a chance, but, like...
Yeah.
For the most part, they're just gonna stick with what they're doing, and, I mean, who else? Wolfpack is kind of, like, the only other contender. I feel like Wolfpack is fairly prominent in the Clone Wars, so they could make troopers.
Yes.
I know a lot of people call for like 327th and Galactic Marines.
Yeah.
But those have very little screen time. As cool as they are, they have very little screen time.
Yes.
In the Clone Wars and in Episode 3. So, and 91st as well. I'd love to see some 91st clones, but
that would be epic.
I don't know if LEGO's ever gonna make them again. They made one.
Right.
They made Command Neo.
Right. But never actually
clones. A one and done thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I still think if they kind of did the Revenge of the Sith, they almost did the Revenge of the Sith wave a year early, really. They did it 2014 instead of 2015. It would have been really cool if they did the 10th anniversary for Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Yeah.
And they
No,
kind
go
of
ahead.
missed the mark on episode 2 as well. They did it a year after. It was like a whole thing. I was like,
Yeah.
huh. Like when you look back at it, it's like, okay, so like you kind of hit the mark. A little late, but or a little early, but you were around there. And now, like you said, with the Clone Wars anniversary and all that, they're just like completely missing the mark.
Yeah. They've only really, they seem to do pretty well with the original trilogy.
Yeah.
UCS sets aside, I think for UCS sets, anniversaries don't matter at all.
Right.
Like, they'll just do whatever it is, whatever, and I'm perfectly fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, with the original trilogy and then with their own 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars this year, they've actually gotten a fair amount of stuff. Now, they did anniversary sets for the Phantom Menace for the 25th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're starting to figure out that these the prequel movies are actually things that we want anniversary sets for. So, I mean, I suppose we'll find out with the ARC 170 if it's branded 25th anniversary, or not 25th, 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they brand it as that. If they don't, then I don't think we're going to get too much else. But having the Ahsoka's Interceptor and the Acclamator is kind of like Revenge of the Sith adjacent.
Yes.
So those are pretty nice to see. I think it's possible we may just have to wait more for the 25th anniversary of both Episode 2 and Episode 3 to get proper sets.
Which, it's very unfortunate, but...
Yeah, I think for the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace, I don't think they did that much. That would have been 2019. I'm gonna look right now.
They only did because that was also 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, so they geared it more towards that. They only did, from my recollection, the Anakin Pod Racer. It would be really cool to see another Playscale Sebulba's Pod Racer. Just saying.
Yeah, that'd be great to see. This year would have been the year to do it, but
yes.
Yeah, they had a Polybag, Naboo Starfighter, and Pod Racer that year in 2019.
Okay.
And they had a couple of microfighters, Naboo Starfighter and Sith Infiltrator.
Yeah.
Oh, that was also... Looks like they did a couple of Episode 3 sets that year. What do you know? Yeah, they were also doing Star Wars Resistance that year and some other kind of random stuff. And the later half of that year was Rise of Skywalker sets, so the slots got taken up by that.
Yeah.
Even Mandalorian as well. First Mandalorian set.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like it was only the Pod Racer as like an actual play scale set for Phantom Menace. So yeah. So maybe they actually did sets for the 25th. I mean, they only did it in the May wave.
Right.
So that might just be where it stops for 25th anniversaries. But
right.
We'll see what they do for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I mean, they're at least keeping the ATTE around.
Yes.
I'm glad they're keeping it around for that. And I'm hoping that we get a 212 battle pack. That would be great to see.
That would be epic, I do have to say. Yeah. I hope they bring back that Airborne Trooper, and I swear, if they don't put in that waist cape, they will never hear the end of it from Star Wars fans.
Oh,
ever.
They won't hear the end of it, and they're probably going to print the waist cape anyway.
That would be...
I mean, unless they don't want to... If they still have the design for the one that was in the Grievous Starfighter, they could just reuse that.
Yes.
But they're still not going to hear the end of it because people are going to be like, well, why did we get a waist cape in this set and not other sets?
Yeah. Their hand is kind of forced here specifically, though, with that, because they've already done it before, so people will actually be so livid.
Yeah. I mean, people will be livid either way, I think. But, I think if they did a battle pack, perfect build would be a crab droid. And that would redeem the lack of a crab droid in the ATTE set, I feel.
I agree.
So.
I wholeheartedly agree. What is your favorite Star Wars set?
Gosh, I have no idea. I'll be quite honest, I have no idea. part of the problem is I keep modifying my Star Wars sets. Let's see. Oh gosh, Anakin and Obi-Wan's Jedi Interceptors, which are up on the very top of my bookcase.
Yeah.
They're somewhere up there.
Yeah, I see.
Those are two pretty nice ones. It's the 2014 Anakin's one is the one that I have.
Okay.
And then Obi-Wan's the 2016 one.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked the Jedi Interceptors. I recently put the Grievous wheel bike from 2014 up on that shelf.
That's a good one.
I dug that out of storage the other day and remembered just how great that set is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've got 3 copies of the ATTE, the 2022 version.
Yes, sir.
I've got 5 copies of the Republic Fighter Tank. 2 of those are dismantled, and the other 3 are modified.
Ooh.
So,
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
I used, I believe it was 2 bricks. That modification from Rebrickable.
Yes.
But then I did my own modification for the side cannons.
Okay.
Because I felt that the big brick that they did did not work well. Let me see if I can get one down.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
This may come crashing down. We'll see how this happens.
Oh no. Oh.
I have 3, so it's not a big deal. Problem is, it's out of reach.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that without standing on my table.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. But I think I made a post on my Instagram about it.
Okay.
For how to build the side cannons, and it fits exactly in that same space that the 2 brick side cannons, or even the official side cannons. If you just have the official set like that, but want to change the cannons, you can just as easily do it with that.
Oh, awesome.
I feel like the side cannons is what made that set look a bit unappealing.
Yeah.
To most people, and fixing that I think really helped. And then I've also got an AT-OT.
Really?
So this is not the official Lego AT-OT. This was I bought 2 ATTEs and took the parts, some of the parts from them, and built this.
Wow.
So it's a AT-OT. It's got, the legs are exactly the same as the ATTE. I just straight up copied the design. It's probably not accurate, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But the rest of it is all my own design. It's got cockpit in the front, room for 1 pilot in there.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, let me remind myself, 8. So 15, room for 15 troopers to sit.
Wow.
Plus you can have 2 standing on, there's these ledges here, I don't know how well you can see them, you can have 2 standing there, so 17 troopers.
Oh.
And then there's a ramp in the back.
Epic. No, that's actually so awesome.
Yeah. And then what I did was, all the parts that I had used in this, I'd ordered them off of Bricklink, and built up the other 2 ATTEs.
Nice.
So now I have 3, and I have the AT-OT.
That's incredible.
And, yeah. I'm very proud of this.
Yeah.
And then it's got the same style of handle as well.
Ooh.
So,
You cooked.
And you can... Yeah, it was a college build. It was during my university days. It was my final semester. I didn't have a roommate. I had a double, but I didn't have a roommate because for whatever reason he mysteriously disappeared at the beginning of the semester.
What?
I had like, so it was like 3 hours between me and university, and I had to drive home one of those days because I forgot something important. So I left. He was there. I came back. Him and all his stuff was gone. And
what?
Who knows? Who knows what happened to him? I never heard from him again. And yeah, he was only there for like a week. So yeah,
that's a little.
So then I just had a room to myself for the rest of the semester because I graduated a semester early, so I was just there 1 semester my senior year.
Well, that's nice, I guess.
Yeah, I commandeered the other desk, had all the parts for the ATTEs laid out, and built the AT-OT. And then I had to transport it home, which was fun.
Yeah, I've had my fair
Like-
share. I had a sealed, well, it's still sealed, Ahsoka T6 Jedi Shuttle. And
Yeah.
I made the unfortunate mistake of letting my parents pack up my Lego sets because what they did, or what my dad did, well, my mom placed it in the bottom of the bin, and then they put heavy stuff on it, and my dad decided to push down on the heavy stuff so the lid could fit,
Ooh.
and the box is now squished. It's not really a box, it's more like a pancake, and I really hope the parts are good inside because I haven't looked. And I was very, very upset that day. I opened it the next morning because I just left. I was like, I'm not unpacking tonight when I got home because I'm, again, a 3-hour drive, just like you, from school. And I looked at it and I was like, I was so mad. I was like, I'm rather picky about the quality, I would say. I'm rather picky. I go for the best quality box. I go for I keep my shades closed. I'm sure you can see behind me my shades are closed. No light can come in the room. I do not want my Legos to get sun damaged. That's very important to me. So because I've had that happen where I made the mistake of putting sets on display in front of the window and then they get sun damaged and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I think most of my sets have managed to evade sun damage.
That's great.
I have 2 windows in my room, but I only opened one of them. I only opened this one, and there's nothing like directly in front of it. I mean, these shelves are kind of hidden a bit, and then there's stuff on that wall, but I think it's out of the range of the sun. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest danger is probably these tables here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
keep going.
No, I've had a habit of redesigning my room layout on a number of occasions. I just like to change it up a lot. And,
that's fair.
Trying to find the optimal layout, and this is really what's worked for streaming all the time.
Yeah.
On Twitch and whatnot, and I've thought about doing a new layout, but I haven't thought of one that's better than what I have now. So, I mean, I've had my desk on I think every wall of this room. So I've had it used to be over there.
Yeah.
The last time I moved my room layout, it used to be over there in the corner. Probably been on this wall at one point. I don't even remember it. So.
Wow.
Even moved my bed around and stuff. My bed is in the optimal position because my closet's over there. So
that's great. That's actually a great segue. If you guys are not following Titanium J on YouTube or on Twitch, go give him a follow. Go check him out. You stream every Monday night at... Hold on, I got this. Every Monday night at 8 p.m. CST.
7 p.m.
So close.
7 p.m. CDT.
Okay, so close.
I don't know if 7 p.m. CDT is the same as 8 p.m. CST. I can't do that much with time zones.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. That is what, you guys are an hour behind Eastern time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, 9 p.m. EST. I got this. I'm good at math.
No, that's 8 p.m. EST.
Oh, gosh.
8 p.m. EDT?
I
don't know.
It would be... You're right.
7 p.m. Central is what I always say. And it just, whether it's CDT or CST depends on if daylight savings time is happening or not.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Never mind. I'm not good at math. It is 8 p.m. EST. 7 p.m. CDT?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. We got it sorted. But yeah, go check him out. He does... obviously all Ninjago, but also a Star Wars fan, which is awesome.
Yeah, and Space once I get through the tournament Temple City, which is my next big build.
Yeah.
So tomorrow actually, at the time you're watching this, if you're watching this live or before the 15th of July 2024, tomorrow I have to do a food challenge.
Oh.
I had my 1 year affiliate anniversary / stream anniversary when I started streaming, when I hit affiliate on Twitch, which is when you start making money. And I did some sub-goal challenges.
Yeah.
And one of those was I'd eat 2 Wendy's Baconators, double Baconators on stream.
Wow.
And so now I've got to do that. I hit that challenge, and now I've got to do it. So, so tune in for that. I'm also going to attempt to build micro markets, and that'll probably be as far as I get before I shut off stream and go maybe be ill. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it sits. The food challenges, I generally shut things off shortly after I've finished eating. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, 2
yes,
Baconators from Wendy's. Oy, oy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat much of a lunch tomorrow. So
That's fair.
that'll help. That'll help free up some room.
Yeah, wow. I'm not a big fan of fast
um,
food, so I don't like typically eat, but when I do, I kind of go all out, I have to say.
Yeah. Don't challenge Chad is the lesson here. That's something that we all say on Twitch, and for some reason I never learned. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So there's a question for both of us from Fulham Fan. What is our favorite Ninjago and Marvel set? So you've already answered Ninjago.
Yeah.
Mostly the legacy stuff, specifically Jay's
The
Stormfighter.
legacy stuff. Yeah. The even the Dragonstone Shrine's another good one. That's a more recent set. That's a really nice display set. I can't possibly pick one if I'm honest, but yeah. When it comes to Marvel, I don't really collect Marvel, to be honest. So I don't have that many to choose from.
Right.
Well, if I had to pick one that was on shelves that I'd get, like if I had to get one right now, it'd probably be the No Way Home battle.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
Yeah, I'd have to get both of those sets.
Yes.
The two set Sandbed one as well.
Yes.
And those really go hand in hand.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
For sure. That's awesome. Oh god. Favorite Ninjago set. There's so many.
Yeah, it's so hard to pick. It's like you almost have to think like, what's the favorite vehicle? What's your favorite dragon? What's your favorite mech? What's your favorite temple? It's kind of the categories I go into.
I think the favorite one that
really,
I own, even if I haven't built it yet, is Gardens. Ninjago City Gardens. If it's one that I've built already, I'm gonna have to go with the Ultrasonic Raider from 2012. And I remember the exact day I got it. I got it for my birthday when I was 8 years old. And I don't know why I remember this so well. But my sister had on a Hello Kitty show, whatever. It was the Tarzan version of Hello Kitty. And that's what I watched while I built it. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the life.
Yeah, it's amazing the things you remember, yeah.
Yeah, so that was my experience building the Ultrasonic Raider. In my opinion, super underrated set. I haven't really heard many people say anything about it since its release.
Yeah.
But I mean, that whole wave, those 4 specifically from the Fangblade, the wave, I love each and every one of those sets. I unfortunately never got my hands on the, what was it called? The Epic Dragon Battle set?
Yeah. Yeah, I never did either.
That's I think one of my most sought after sets at this point in time. It always has been, and I think always will be, specifically because of Acidicus and Scalador, who are the only 2 snakes that I am missing.
Yeah, I never got that set either. Acidicus, I think I bought him off eBay back in like 2012 or 2013 because I had all the other Fenimari and I was like, I want to buy this minifig. I think I probably paid like $20 for him, that was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah.
And then Scalador, I remember I bought him along at the same time that I bought Scales at Brickworld Chicago 2019.
Okay.
I think it was what, 15 and 18 for the 2 of them.
Oh wow.
So
that's great.
Yeah, that was a pretty good deal back then. I think they jumped a bit up in price since that.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
yeah, Pythor I got off Bricklink. I remember there's a minifig head that my mom wanted
Oh.
to make a particular minifig, and there was a $15 minimum buy at the store. The head was like $4, and it was the only one in the U.S.
Yeah.
Pythor just happened to be there for $12, and I'm like, well, this is perfect.
Yeah. Wow. That really worked
nicely.
Out.
And then Fangtum, I think I got from the Fang Pirate Truck. I think I actually got that. I don't remember if it was new or used, but yeah, I got him too. He's expensive because the printing on the back of his head kind of rubs off. I think the printing's actually rubbing off on mine a little bit. I pulled him from my minifig storage as soon as I did. I got all the Serpentine Generals sitting on my table.
That's sick.
So they're at least, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're not losing printing at least, so.
That's really good. Yeah, I'm only missing those two. I honestly, on Mercari, they're pretty cheap. They're about, I think I saw Scalador for like $18, and I saw Acidicus for not much more, at like $22. I'm not sure if those listings have sold. I only use Mercari, like on a whim, kind of. Like if I see a really good deal and I have Mercari money, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pick that up. However, I've recently had a very bad experience with Mercari, where I bought I forget the name of the droid. It's the dark red protocol droid that came out in a polybag in 2014.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I bought it right before I left on vacation, and then I received it right before then, and there was a dent, a big dent. The paint on the back of the head completely scratched off, and that was not in the original pictures. And so there was a big dent in the back of the head. And I was pissed. I was so furious. And so I send Mercari a thing immediately. I'm like, I'm returning this. I want my money back. Yada, yada, yada. So I send them the pictures, very clearly showing that there is damage on the head. Very clearly, I showed them the packaging, everything they asked for. They're like, we need better pictures. They responded to me when I was in Greece for vacation. They responded to me when I was in Greece. I was like, I can't give you the pictures. Can you just give me until I'm back to send them to you? They're like, no, you have to do it within 24 hours. I was like, well, I can't. And so we went back and forth, yada, yada, yada. I went up the line to like managers, and they're still like, no, like you can't do this. And I was like, well, no, you don't understand. Like, I will get this refund and this return. And then they just cut me off. And I was like, okay. So now I'm reopening.
Yeah,
I'm reopening the case because this is ridiculous. Like, it's clearly damaged. Why would I be so persistent if it wasn't damaged? Like, there's so many, like, I understand why they have this protocol, but if a customer's unhappy, you need to hear them out. So I was not happy with them, and I'm reopening that case tonight, probably after the stream, to try and get my money back, because, come on.
Yeah, that sucks. I've never ordered off Mercari, so...
Normally, it's very good. I have had, like, issues here and there with them, but overall, very positive experience. I also sell on Mercari, and now there's no selling fees, so it kind of gives me something to do. And I'll be selling 2 of the ATTE walkers that are going to feature in my Clone Army video after the video on Mercari. So I'm also selling like 2 sealed Taj Mahals, sealed Mario minifigure series, all that stuff on there. So if you want to go check out my Mercari page, I'll put a link somewhere. I don't know where. But, yeah, also, we've been mentioning the Discord a lot. If you, hey, Copper, can you pin the Discord link in the chat? I don't know if anyone here that isn't in the Discord is in chat, but if you are, join the Discord. We have fun. We have a good time. We recently added different games So I'm not sure if you saw, but have you ever heard of like the last letter game?
I have not.
So
Yeah, I haven't been on Discord much the past couple weeks, to be honest.
oh no worries at all.
Yeah.
So you put a word, and then you need to have the first letter of the next word start with the last letter of the previous word. It could get intense. It's a lot of fun when there's like a bunch of people in there. It's a good time. We have the Star Wars deck spot in there, which is just like it shows a card, and then you just name it, and you can add that to your deck. But
cool.
Only one person in the entire server can use it. Like, can fight the card, I guess. You just have to guess what it is. And then, but it's only for one person. But it, like, spawns in at a regular rate, so everyone gets a chance. And then there's the counting game. It's so simple. You just count, like, each person takes a turn putting the number above, and it's so basic, but it's really entertaining.
Nice.
Yeah, so we've been trying to add some excitement to the Discord, because like there's only so much you can do with theme channels and all of those discussions. So yeah, have to go to sleep now. Spain won the Euros. Oh no. They won. I mean, I was kind of hoping they would win because England beat Switzerland. I don't know if you follow soccer at all.
I do not.
Yeah. I'm Swiss. My dad is born in Switzerland. I'm a Swiss citizen. So I was very devastated to watch the game to see that England beat Switzerland in PKs, and that's great that Spain won. I'm glad. I'm very happy. Ben is back. Yes, we're still live. How long have we been going? If you need to go at any point, just let me know.
No, I'm still good to hang out for a bit.
Well, I was hoping to finish the set. We have one bag after this, so if you're still good for that.
Oh, yeah. I'm good.
5 p.m. Yeah, we're still live. Honestly, most of my streams when I'm by myself, they go for like 4 hours, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah. But we have fun here. We have fun. So is there any Star Wars mocks that you would consider building?
Gosh, I've never really thought about doing like a accurate battle Star Wars mock thing. Like if I were to do any sort of Star Wars mock, I've done like a few little ones in the past. It'd just be kind of some random battlefield for me to put stuff on, display all the clones. Thought about doing something with the ATOT, putting that, cool. Building like a couple base plates, put it on there, and that'd be the extent of it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, there's already lots of talented Star Wars mock builders, and I feel like trying to get accuracy in Star Wars is a bit more difficult than it is with Ninjago.
I agree.
So, yeah.
I would honestly be very interested to build a Ninjago mock. There's like you said, there's so much to choose from, so many locations that I have in mind, and I would like to try some minifigure scale stuff. I'd like to do minifigure scale Chen's Palace.
Ooh, that'd be good.
I would
that'd be real good.
Love to attempt that. So maybe for Brick World 2026, I would do that.
We're gonna have to get a Ninjago section going.
We should. That'd be cool. Cause like I don't want to. I'm very sporadic with my stuff, and I have a lot of interests. So I don't just want to only build Star Wars forever. That's why my channel's kind of all over the place. I'd be interested in doing a Mario mock. I'd be interested in doing, a Chima mock, like a minifig scale Lion Temple. Nobody's ever done that before.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. No one does accurate Chima mocks. I mean, people have done Chima mocks that are like Chima themed, but I don't know if anyone's actually done an accurate to the show Chima mock.
For a video, I want to redesign Chima sets, and the Lion Temple is one of the locations I want to make. But I want to really badly do a minifigure scale, screen accurate Lion Temple.
Yeah, that'd be good.
With vehicles, like I want to do all the vehicles, get accurate figures, like the whole 9. I want to go the whole 9. And like I have a lot of the figures already, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think that could be. It's just something I've never seen. I think that could be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. With the Ninjago mocks, I had never seen. I think there's one person. I think it's Legends of Ninjago on Instagram who's done a Temple of Fortitude mock.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one that I'd seen that was anywhere near accurate. I'm like, I'm gonna do one. Why not?
Yeah,
this is my favorite, one of my favorite temples, iconic location from season 3. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of fun. Temple of Verjitsu, also a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it was as much fun as the Temple of Fortitude for me.
That's fair.
Partially because there were so many things that were just a pain about the Temple of Verjitsu.
Yeah.
Especially the roof. The roof sections were fun to design, and by fun I mean a pain. They were very complicated to work out, and once I figured out I had to build it with brick, that was expensive.
Right.
I must have ordered a few thousand cylinders off of Pad in black. Yeah, wow. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Wow.
But yeah. No, Borg Tower is one that I really, really want to do. It's my nostalgia for season 3, but it's also just such an iconic building, and people have done it in LEGO before. They've done microscale versions. They've done like open-backed versions that are impressive. I know Brick Legends, for example, has done one.
Right.
But I just want to like absolutely blow all those out of the water and just make something that will forever be iconic.
I think you definitely could too. There's, like you said, there's no one that's really done that before, so I think you definitely could. I mean, again, at 12 feet tall, you're definitely going to turn some heads.
It may not actually be that size. We'll see what I do, but
yeah,
because it's 100 floors tall,
right?
Is what it is in the show. But I counted. I actually went through and I counted all like the windows up the main section of the tower, and it's only and that's for like all the elevator and stuff.
Right.
There's only I think 40 of them.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that like there's those little side parts that kind of jut out from the main tower.
Yes.
Those like are also counted as floors, so the floors are probably really weird in that building.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the metric that I calculated by was those elevator floors, and yeah, it was a lot.
Wow.
So,
yeah, that's incredible.
I mean, thinking about it, I'd probably even have to build like an underground portion as well for the vault.
Yes.
For all the things. That'd probably also help with stability. Have like a big stable part of the ground.
Yes, 100%. I agree with that.
It's a massive undertaking.
Right.
And I can do it. Sounds like fun.
That would be very fun. It'd be so cool to see too. Like I think my favorite scene in Borg Tower is when the elevator just like the guards are talking and the elevator just explodes behind them. That's like, it's just kind of funny. Like it's not, but it just kind of is funny when you see that happen.
That was another thing. I want the elevators to be motorized. I want them to move.
That would be epic.
I feel like that's an essential thing.
Yeah, for sure. We're very like-minded in the sense that we want it to be as accurate and like cool as possible, and like every builder does, but no one, in my opinion, really looks at those like super intricate details and is like, no, this all has to be in there. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, a good example of this, where is it? Is the workshop for Zane's dad. Like, I was like, oh god, how am I gonna get that door with the handle? Like, if you take a look, the markings are pretty almost exact to the ones in the show, and the door handle's brown, just like in the show. Like, it's pretty dang accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. With when I built the Temple of Fortitude, it was actually the only accurate thing I had to do, or at least make somewhat accurate, was the main room, because that's the only thing they show.
Yeah.
And it gave me some freedom to work in some other stuff. Like, I had like mounts for all the stone armor on one side.
Ooh.
I had a staircase leading into a basement on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
At the basement was just kind of like a little reference area. I put a Stone Army Warrior and a Venge Stone Warrior down there. I put a Ninjago movie mini kit down there that I replicated to the best of my ability as far as the colors went. A few colors don't actually exist.
Okay.
But, yeah, I put, it was before Crystallized, but, I actually put the Asphyra head, but in gray and green from one of the Hogwarts sets.
Yeah.
Like a reference. Like a snake reference. And it fit in perfectly when we found out that the Overlord had corrupted the Great Devourer and Crystallized.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a lot of, that build was genuinely fun. That is my favorite build. The Temple of Airjitsu is going to have to get dismantled to an extent after Brickworld 2025, because I just don't have the space.
That's fair.
But the Temple of Fortitude, it's got to stay up forever. I want that mocked forever.
Yeah, and that's up on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, I posted that on my Insta. I never made a video on it, and I need to. I'm planning to rework the base of the Temple of Fortitude, because I integrated the basement into 2 base plates. And I'm finding out now that that was a bad idea. It was a bad idea when I took it to display it, because the base plates were wider than the storage bin that I was carrying them in.
Mm-hmm.
It all worked out in the end. I put some bubble wrap on the bottom, and it worked out fine. But
that's cool.
I want to be able to pull the temple off, because the base that I made for it was Ninjago modular compatible, so it had a bunch of water on it.
Ah.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the base off and make like a little Technic structure for it. And then that way the temple can sit by itself. And then when I want to build a layout for it, all I have to do is just make sure it lines up in the base plates, assemble some base plates so I can do an accurate to the show layout.
Yeah.
I can do an Ninjago modular compatible layout, or some other sort of layout, whichever I want to do.
That sounds incredible. Yeah, you're definitely gonna turn some heads in conventions soon with the way you're building and thinking. Just hearing these ideas is inspiring, to be quite honest, because you have what you want, you know what you want, you're integrating this with existing sets, so it's not like completely custom outlier. Like, you know how some custom sets completely don't look like Lego, don't mesh well with the other sets. So I mean, you're really changing the game here with these mocks, that you're already thinking about how they integrate, what they're gonna look like, how big they're gonna be, certain features. Like, it's very inspiring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. You know, that Battle for Ninjago City set would be on my favorites list, but after I built the custom version of the temple, I can't rank it anywhere up there. I did also forget to mention that those little hidden entrances that were in Battle for Ninjago City, the rock entrances, I integrated those into the sides of the temple.
Whoa.
Into the mall. So that was a fun feature that I'm glad I included.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty happy with that.
How?
But yeah, I've got big mock plans.
That's incredible. How keen would you be on a collaboration?
Oh, collaboration would be awesome.
Because I'm always looking for collaboration opportunities, because I just like interacting with people, and you seem to, from the impression I'm getting, you seem to have it down, what you want, like all of that. So that for me is like a big green flag when I'm looking for a mock building partner. It's like easy to sit and talk with, like you are, plans well, like has everything laid out. I think if you're up for it, it would be great to dip my toe back into Ninjago mocks. And I say back into because I have not well, but I could send you pictures. When I was like 8, I did a bunch of Ninjago mocks of like sets I could never get, and like they were not good at all. But technically, I have done Ninjago mocks before. So if you were interested, we could pick something and prepare it for whatever brick world you want. But we could prepare it for that, and I think that could be cool.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really fun. Yeah.
So
I've never collabed on a mock before, so.
Yeah,
This
one with Lego Men and True Squadron and Tiger builds is gonna be my first one, but I'd be super interested in collabing with you because it just checks all of the boxes. Like, seriously. So I don't typically reach out to do collaborations because a lot of it's like you got to make sure you get along with the person. You got to make sure that like you guys share ideas, share visions, but you got it down. And it's like, oh yeah, we could definitely make something sick.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to do.
And then
right now, even Brick World 2025 is kind of open. I know you've got your other collab going, so it might not be the right time.
I can open up. I got time. All I'm saying is if we could plan something. I'm not working on the other collab until I probably won't be able to start that collab until December. So I got time to start planning and figuring out and building even because I can make content out of that easily.
Yeah.
So I'm open to start planning. What would you if you don't mind, let's start thinking about it now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What would you be interested in tackling next besides what you like? I don't know if you want to reserve or tower for yourself or that. So would there be other locations that you'd be interested in building?
Gosh, let's think. What other locations are there? Styx, the City of Styx is a fun one.
We could do the Preeminent with that too.
Yeah, Preeminent would be massive.
That'd be so big.
That'd be
huge.
Yeah, that would be trying to make that stable would be a whole thing in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many good choices. I could reuse the Temple of Air-Jitsu for the Skybound version and build up that base.
Oh, imagine if we did
well,
I forget what the ship was called. The ship as well.
Yeah. Misfortune's Keep?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one as well. That's another one where like stability might be challenged because
we could do the Underworld.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Garmadon's Dark Fortress.
That could be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a great one.
I'm trying to think.
There are so many good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there even an idea from? Oh, we could do just the Dark Island from Stone Army. We could just build the Dark Island.
Yeah, Garmadon's base camp.
Yeah,
that'd be something. Build all those Stone Army vehicles that Lego never made.
We could do that. We could do. Make a better. I think it's called the Garmatron. Make a better Garmatron.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen one mock of the Garmatron.
Okay.
That looked pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. Even like the Garmatron Tower would be another interesting one. I mean, that'd just be like a big tower with a staircase around it. But
Right. but it's
Yeah.
not a bad shout. What's...
Gosh, the Iron Doom. That's one of the few Brick Legends mocks that I actually wanted them to make instructions for, and it didn't happen because it was too early on.
Yeah.
That thing in the swamp, that would be good.
Yeah. There's so...
Even like a little like diorama thing. I don't know if you saw another mock that I did, but it was the Kai versus Ash fight.
I think I did see that. Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Maybe like or tournament fights like that would be pretty fun, or just like one shot fights from different seasons. That'd be a fun.
Yeah, if we did
too.
like a series of dioramas like that, that could be awesome.
Yeah.
Or if we just tackle Chen's Island.
Yeah.
That could be
Chen's Island. Chen's Island would be. I feel like Chen's Island would be like another like big project.
Yeah, it would be huge.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any locations from any other. We could do the pit. Is it season 10? Like the dragon pit back in like the first realm.
Oh yeah, in season 9, Ben's End. Yeah.
Yeah. We could do that. We could do... So I know Brick Legends did the Oni Titan mech.
Yeah.
But we could do like a huge Ninjago City battle with that.
Yeah. That'd be good. Now I'm looking up Chen's Island to see. Yeah.
I mean, I'm always... Yeah, I'm pretty open because, like, I'm not very picky about what I build as long as it is good quality. I'm okay with anything. But I don't worry about the quality with you because that doesn't seem to be much of an issue for you.
Yeah. This would be something, that's for sure.
Are there any other locations you'd be keen on? Oh, I would like to make... Is it Shintaro?
Oh yeah, Shintaro would be great.
That'd be cool.
Gosh, like Shintaro on top with the Skull Sorcerer's dungeon underneath it is like another massive tower.
It's huge.
That's one of the things with Brick World is that they're running out of space. So the more we can do something vertical, the better. The only thing is that we have to make sure it's stable. But I think that with building a mountain, I think that's not too difficult.
No. See you light. Great stream. I agree. Thank you so much for showing up. Let's see. Yeah. So if you want to go vertical, we could go the what's the one in Possession? The mountain, and then it goes up to the Cloud City.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of it. The Wailing Alps.
Yes.
And there's that hang up there.
Yeah,
somewhere.
It doesn't even have to be the whole thing. It could just be the peak, and then it goes up into the Cloud City.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Because we could have the mech battle too, in that.
Yeah. We could do. Oh gosh, we could do some kind of like forced perspective thing.
Ooh.
With that. Get like a micro scale version of the Cloud Kingdom kind of in the background, and then have the entrance kind of built up, and then slowly gets fig scale as you get closer, or as you get lower down the mountain.
Yeah. Can I change my custom role? Yes, Ben. Yes, you can. Okay. So we can definitely do some serious stuff here.
There are lots of things we could do, from like a big mock to dioramas to all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a part of any lugs? Out of curiosity.
I am not. I need to be part of the lug to afford more brick, but
Yeah,
I'm not a part of Lug.
I was thinking, I was between specifically Rebel Lug and Empire Lug. But that's because I was persuaded by Cole, or Lego Men 360, and True Squadron, who's already in it, to think about Empire Lug. But apparently they're looking for more creators or influencers. But I don't think I'm quite at the number that they're looking for to be an influencer.
Yeah.
So I think eventually it would be, I plan on applying to them. But I wouldn't mind joining Rebel Lug. They seem like a good group of guys as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the reason I bring it up is just because you have all these plans for Mox, and I didn't know if you got like discount on parts or anything like that.
No, so far no. It's just ordering straight from Lego, from Pick a Brick, and
yeah,
hoping for the best with cost.
For
I always order brown parts. If the brown part existed during the Brill Brown era, it's getting ordered from Lego regardless. So I'm not taking that risk. I remember I ordered a few 1x1 brown tiles for the Temple of Fortitude, and I had like half of them cracked on me.
No.
Fortunately, the rest were okay, and the mock worked out in the end, but
yeah,
it wasn't like a super essential part. It was just an annoying thing that happened.
I could totally understand that. That sounds so frustrating. Yeah. So what's your opinion on LAN?
Yeah, I think. Gosh, I'm not a huge fan of the program itself. You know, there are plenty of creators in LAN, plenty of people. Some of them I call friends. Some of them I don't really know. I don't have anything against the people. You know, people do what they do.
Yeah.
But it's called the Lego Ambassador Network. I feel it's more of the Lego Advertisement Network. In all honesty, I feel like it's less about community and more about promoting sets to everybody. And if that's what they want to do with it, that's fine. I mean, I've thought on occasion about joining LAN, but I don't think it'd really be something for me.
Yeah.
So
I
don't want to turn Lego. It feels like that would turn it into a job for me, and I want it to kind of stay a hobby for now.
Yes.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've heard very similar things from other people. The reason I ask is just because I've considered it now for a while, but I mean, the more I hear from people and the more I see, it's like, is it really worth it? Like, yeah, you get all these sets for free, but then you don't get to talk about anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes from what I've heard. Like, you have to do, I think there are like reports and stuff you have to do on sets and whatnot, and some different things. You know, you have to obligate to make content and all this stuff as well.
Yeah.
Which is a problem for me because I keep forgetting to make content on YouTube. Although my Twitch streams would probably suffice.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it would work. And then they say they're allowed to say whatever it is they want to say about the set. I feel like I'm not necessarily suggesting that Lego is saying you have to say this thing, but I feel like there probably is that pressure, at least for some people, to say something nice. I think there's also sort of that, like, I'm getting this for free, so I'm automatically going to like it more. Like, for example, I got the Lloyd and Aaron's Ninja Team mechs, I think, as a gift.
Okay.
From my dad and my sister, and I liked that set a lot more not having to pay for it. So
that's fair.
I would not have paid full price for that set.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
I think that does make judging products a bit more difficult when you don't actually have to pay the money for them, and that could probably also vary from person to person as well.
Yeah,
it's that's another factor to include. But yeah, I think of course, no shade to anyone in LAN.
Yes.
No shade.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're in LAN, good for you, and don't have anything against the people in the program.
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't know if the program would be a fit for me, and
that's fair.
That's kind of what's prevented me from taking a look at it. So.
That's completely fair. Honestly, that is definitely the most well-rounded take I've heard on it.
Yeah, I feel like in some circles of the LEGO community, it's kind of like they badmouth LAN.
Yeah.
Badmouth LAN members, and I don't necessarily agree with that stuff. So.
Same. Yeah, I definitely. I've just been, I think, trying to form my own opinion, because, like, when you're young and you hear, oh, LAN gives free sets, you're like, that's awesome. But then when you start to learn a little bit about your responsibilities, etc., it's like, oh, like, there's this, and this I have to do. Is it really, something that I'd be interested in?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that marks, and with that marks this set complete. So I'm gonna try my best to show this in a few different parts, because it's not exactly attached. So here we have the main part of the palace. Super cool, in my opinion. I know Bricks by Mind did a challenge where he used 2 of this set and built up the palace, or the temple. But I really, honestly, I mean, again, as you say, what people pay for the set can determine the love for it, I guess. Which I agree with. This is definitely, for the price I paid, a good set, I would say.
Yeah.
What does it retail for? Is it 80, 90?
This was originally $80 retail, same as the Crystal King. And I think the Crystal King was a better buy at that price, but this was still a pretty good set. You got 4 exclusive Ninja variants. Yep. So, yeah, that was pretty nice.
And then you get the Vengestone Warrior and the Overlord.
Yeah.
So yeah, what set number? Well, do you know the set number? I don't have the
71771.
71771. Awesome. Yeah, overall, I really think this is a great set. I mean, right now the people are getting an interesting view of it, but but I do think this is a good set overall. Even I think I would be happy paying even retail price for it.
Yeah, I paid retail for it. I was pretty happy with it. I ended up dismantling it just because it wasn't really an accurate build, and I didn't really need it around anymore. I just used the parts for other stuff. But I kept the throne that's on the top of the central portion. I kept that built. Right there. That's on one of my shelves somewhere.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug my phone and just so people can get a better view. See what the setup is like. There's Jay. There he is. So yeah, this is what the full thing looks like. Instructions and everything like that. It's pretty good. We can also go show my Ninjago setup. I don't know if you have the stream up, Jay, but
yeah, I've got the stream up. It's a little bit behind compared to when we're talking, but I'll see if I can get a good look.
Yeah, so here is the snake vehicles, the samurai mech, and the pilot season stuff. And then up here we have the stone warrior stuff going on. Pretty happy with it overall. It's definitely one of my favorite displays. And then down here,
that's sweet.
Rebooted and Tournament of Elements, and the Evo Kai car as well. So we have our fair share of stuff. But yeah, this is what the Crystal King temple looks like, and we can just secure that right back in. But yeah, so yeah, that display.
Pretty nice display.
Thank you. So yeah, that display. I'm super happy with that one. That's like a solid one.
I unfortunately am wired in, so I can't get a good look at any of the displays that I have, but like over there's my cube shelf and the mech shelf, and then above my closet that's a light. And then back there is like where all my shelves are, but there's a bunch of tables in front of it.
Oh, gotcha.
And then even up there, you can see where I tried to get the
the fighter tanks, the fighter tanks.
Yeah, it's still up there.
Yeah, I have 3 of the fighter tank, and believe it or not, this is a little extreme. 7 of the ATTE.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that was because.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That was because I bought 2 of them from Lego.com, and then it was like August 1st, 2023, possibly. August 1st, 2023, because it was the year after the ATT released. So, and I bought 3 of the 332nd Battle Pack. That was my purchase. I was happy with that. The next day I wake up and it was the first time Amazon had the ATT for 20% off. I was like, I have to, like, I absolutely have to get this. Like, this is insane. It's never gonna happen again. Little did I know what was really gonna be like. So I ended up buying 5 because I was like, I mean, I've always wanted to have 5 as like my number of ATT walkers. And I was like, I'll just sell 2. Since they're 20% off, I'll just sell them. Haven't sold them yet. Don't plan on selling them completed. I plan on selling just the walker, maybe the spider droid, and a Commander Cody with the 2. Probably a spider droid, because I don't need 7 spider droids. Let's be honest. So yeah, that's after the Clone Army video too. So that's the plan for that.
Yeah, I've got to do a Clone Army video myself. I'm gonna wait until I get Gree, and then, which should be coming in Tuesday, and then I should start thinking about that, because there's I might get another 332nd Battle Pack before it retires, but everything else Star Wars, I'm just saving until May the 4th next year. There's all the Star Wars sets on my list are just going to wait until then.
Yeah, no, that's honestly fair. The 2 I'm most interested in right now are honestly the Star Destroyer, which I know is a little small, but I think that one, and the gunship, the Coruscant Guard gunship are the 2 that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, that Star Destroyer is pretty nice, and I like the inclusion of one of the officers as a named officer. I think it's Commander Praji.
Yes.
He's from the beginning of A New Hope, and I really like that inclusion, because that's like a really just random character to include, but it's awesome. And then, Cal Kestis, of course. My friend Amberlia has been really wanting that fig. She's a big Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor fan.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, one of my videos, maybe not upcoming, I have no idea when it will come out, but I have a plan of building the game. I'd like to start doing where I build movies or games or shows or whatever in Lego. So, like just a few scenes from it. Not necessarily the whole game, because that's not feasible. So I have the Jedi Fallen Order games, I have How to Train Your Dragon, which is a trilogy, I have the Kung Fu Panda movies, I have Pirates of the Caribbean, like Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Marvel, like all that stuff I got. And the Ninjago, I plan on doing a few dioramas per season, per video, like I'll do the videos.
Yeah.
And I also plan on rebuilding the entire pilot season waves, and just like kind of seeing if I can make them a little bit better.
Oh, nice.
That's a video I've got not currently in the works, but will probably be in the works as of like next summer.
Yeah, no, I've got mock videos. I filmed the Temple of Air-Jitsu mock video. I needed to do the voiceover, but when I went to sit down to do that, my voice was starting to go, because that's when I got sick.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten back to it since, but And then Temple of Fortitude until I modify it. I'm not going to do a video on it. Should probably do some videos on some other stuff. I've got, yeah, Clone Army is one of them. Maybe the Ninjago fig collection too, because that is big. That's this 3-drawer cart here.
Whoa!
It's all Ninjago figs.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is the bottom one is pilot through season 10. This is season 11 through 15, plus all the legacy stuff and the core stuff and the movie stuff and a couple other things.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is everything modern, plus all like the custom Ninjago suits that I do.
Ooh, you do custom stuff?
Oh. Yeah, I mean it's just swapping parts around, but yeah, I'll show you one example here. I believe this one is up on Instagram, so you can go see the figs in more detail, but I made Imperium versions of the Ninja from Dragon's Rising. Yeah.
Wow.
So it just takes the commander, torso and legs, a shoulder pad piece, Dragon's Rising face, which has that face print, and for the words are hard. The 4 main ninja, they're crystallized, they're golden crystallized suits.
Ooh.
The kind of slightly armored up versions. Lloyd, the version for Lloyd just has the same mask from the little Lloyd mech 2-pack thing.
Okay.
And then Nia, because she doesn't have a gold mask to match, she just has a samurai helmet.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I used the Empress torso and legs on since I didn't have another commander to spare.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then the next suit I'm on the works on is this, which is uses Dragon's Rising torso and legs, and then the mech suit mask, and then this armor piece is something I'm trying out. So I think that's a pretty nice combo.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, what other? Yeah, those are some of my magic suits. I've got others. I've got so many others. Where's these ones? I guess here's how Legacy Season 7 suits might have looked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't have one for Zane yet because I still have yet to acquire another Hands of Time Zane. What else do I have? This was kind of my train. I'll show Kai and I keep grabbing Kai figs, but show Kai and Nia for example. Kind of like your basic ninja suit.
Oh my goodness.
In a bit of a modern take.
Yeah.
I was pretty happy with this.
Yeah.
So Nia and Lloyd.
Yeah, wow.
Nia and Lloyd had to use Day of the Departed, but yeah. And then I even had so a friend of mine sent me a big lot of Ninjago figs, and in one of them was a second copy of the Golden Master fig, and I stole the armor and the helmet from that and put it on the Crystal King minifig.
Oh, yeah.
And made this combo for the Overlord, which I think is an elite combo.
I agree for sure. So,
yeah,
when you do your mocks, when you do your mocks, do you do the season accurate, or do you go with a legacy version?
Season accurate is what I go with.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen Brick Legends tries to do the legacy versions of them. Personally, not a fan of that. I definitely prefer the season accurate stuff, but that's just me.
It's a really random bag. This was unfortunate because I got a duplicate of the future Nia outfit and made this, but the torso is cracked.
Oh no.
I'm just glad the torso didn't crack on my main one.
Yeah.
And then here's like a little medieval Lloyd that I made.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Little headband hair pieces are pretty nice. Wish they'd use that for Cole in the new wave, but
yeah,
for whatever reason they didn't.
Wow. Yeah, that's super cool.
That's quite the army. I got Bricks and Pieces had the parts for the Imperium minifigs, so I've gotten a few more of those because that's the
Wow.
cheapest way to get them.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, there are so many things here.
Yeah, that's honestly
That's-
impressive.
That's just the Ninjago things. God, this is all the clones.
Oh, yep,
Are in here.
that looks familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see if I can. I'll pull
Yeah.
out my clone bag. Hold on, I forgot. We got the clone bag.
There's GCC Y.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the printed, what is that? I forget, but even the shoulder cloth.
Yeah.
Printed version of that. Yeah, most of these are official. Some of them have some customs added to them. Oh,
Hollow clone.
Oh, that's nice.
Got that
Nice,
from
nice.
Tyne TDT Tyne. Great guy. Oh, yes.
Plain Phase 2. I've also got all the Phase 1 helmets in here. 501st, Special 501st. I got the Bad Batch in here, even.
Yeah, I have Bad Batch. I have a bunch of stuff. Oh, I have. Recently, I've been collecting the realistic Phase 2 clones.
Ooh, nice.
So
Yeah, those are gonna be cheaper now that
Yes.
plain Phase 2 clones are available.
Yes.
So that custom Republic Crosshair,
Yes.
which just used a CAC helmet and little cape piece there.
Yes.
Cloth
Yes.
piece.
Yes. All right, we got PBJ build saying break out the flex tape.
Oh, get out this list.
We got original 501st and Wolfpack, Phase 2.
Nice.
Let's see what else. I'm not sure what else.
Got a Naxxus clones. These are actually Jonak Toys UV printed bodies and GCC helmet.
Interesting.
Because I already had, I think, what, 10 of them? 10 of the printed bodies, so I just bought the
Wow.
helmets cheaper. And the dark red matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
Some of the Jonak colors don't match the Lego colors or GCC colors,
Right.
but dark red, not one of them.
So I got Doom and Fox, both GCC.
Ooh. Nice.
No Doom. I need to get some of the grunts though.
I've got a Doom Trooper. I have one.
Yeah, I gotta get because I want to do eventually a Ringo Vinda mock, and so
Yeah.
oh, that's
think,
that's nice.
The Gree I ordered is a white armor version from the comics.
Yes.
So he'll go well with this Battlefront 2 first.
Yes. Let's see. We got some
And then
212 realistic style. Got a few of those.
nice.
Oh,
So
this is my
Other-
favorite. I think this takes the cake for my favorite Lego clone trooper that's made by GCC. The Lunar New Year clones.
oh, nice. I wish I'd gotten that one.
I got them right away. Let's see. Oh, yes.
This is a Jonak body CAC helmet.
Yes.
I think it's a pretty good combo.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
My the most recent custom clone acquisition was from Jonak. Actually, they had a July 4th sale, so I figured it was a good time. It's an
Ooh.
AT-RT driver.
Oh, I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, custom helmet, UV printed. The UV printed, it feels different,
Mm-hmm.
but looks-wise, it looks pretty much the same.
Okay.
So I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah, so yeah, like I said, the next two that I'm getting are Jesse and Hauser. So I gotta definitely, I'm making shorts on them too. So
I'm waiting for GCC to make a printed, whatever that's called. Is that a comma? Or is that the waist cape? I don't remember.
comma's the
But
waist
the
cape.
printed shoulder cloth. Yeah. So like the printed shoulder, like similar to the 5
Like
style.
the pauldrons.
I'm waiting for them to do. Yeah, the printed. Yeah, there's the word. Pauldrons.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's the style that Lego goes with. So that's the
Yeah,
style
I
I'm
just
buying.
actually bought from the Cape Cantina because of the Jesse figure. I also picked up the Rex one, the Rex set, and the 5 set. So these are all of them. But I was a little
Nice.
disappointed, I have to say, because they run a promotion where you get, for every $10 you spend, you get a free gift. And I spent over $10, but never received my free gift.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So I was a little sad because I was anticipating this free gift, and then I opened the package and I'm like, where is it? But overall, the quality of this seems to be incredible. Just flipping through.
Yeah.
And I wanted the waist
I've never
capes
bought-
in particular.
Yeah, I've never bought Cape Cantina before. I might have to for, well, for fives, definitely, but also
Yes.
for Jesse.
Yeah, that's exactly
'Cause
it.
I haven't gotten official Lego fives yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I wanted the Rex waist cape, the Fives waist cape, and the Jesse pauldron and waist cape. But I might swap out the Fives pauldron. I don't know yet. It depends on if I want Jesse and
There's
Fives to
also,
look the same.
There's also people who make like the molded pauldrons.
Yeah, I saw that.
But those go out of stock like instantly.
Yeah, you gotta be really quick about those. I
Yeah.
would be very interested in getting them.
If I was buying CAC, I would be buying those to a company.
Yeah.
Molded pauldrons. I think those would be better.
Yeah.
For
So
full
I
coverage.
back once upon a time, as in like a few months ago, me and my roommate tried. We're still in the process of trying to start our own company of 3D printed Lego accessories for minifigures. We're just not sure where to start because everything's kind of been done. But we tried. It was recommended to try pauldrons, 3D printed pauldrons. So we did a few test prints. And we also did Battle Droid cannon arms from like the Clone Wars. Nothing like panned out, but the cannon arms was the closest we got to like actually getting an official product. But it was just like interesting to see the design process of like what you go through. But the pauldrons I would love to revisit and make, but it seems that that's already been monopolized and by what is it, the French decaler shop, I think does those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple people who do, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's our little adventure. We want to get into minifigure accessories, but aren't sure what theme to go under because Star Wars, everyone's doing everything already. But I was wondering, actually, it'd be cool to get your opinion if there's a Ninjago like accessory that hasn't been done necessarily, or molds that haven't been done.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be an interesting idea. I know I've seen someone implement it. I think they were in China, but or Hong Kong or somewhere in that area.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like actual molds from the show of the different weapons that were in there. So like, how the scythe waist was built up with 3 pieces. This was like an actual mold that was just one piece. Wow. Yeah, and things like that. That'd be interesting to see. I never ordered from them. I never got around to it, and I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything from them in months. But yeah, that'd be an interesting idea. I don't know if there's a huge market for it, but yeah, I'd be interested.
I mean, I think we'd only really produce like 10 just to see if they like per golden weapon.
Yeah.
If we were to do that, just to see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else we could do. I mean, clearly there's characters that haven't been made in molds and stuff from the show. I'm not sure what else, to be honest. But then there's like also like the Mario figures are just not being made, so we could do that. But would people buy it is the other question. Because I made a part 2 to my original Mario video, which I would argue is what my channel is most known for, is the original Mario video. 84,000 views. It did crazy, and then I released a second one and it's not even touched 1,000. So it's like, I got so much hate on that second video. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it would be, I'd be curious to see.
Yeah.
what comes of that. I hope they do Mario figures soon. I'm not sure if you have a position on it, but I hope they...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about Mario to... I'm not a big enough fan to, like, really care either way, to be honest. I mean, I know a lot of people want Mario figs.
Yeah.
But, I'm just someone who's just like, okay, it could happen.
Yeah.
And for the people who want it to happen, I hope it does, but it's just not something I'm interested in. So.
No, that's totally fair. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely people that care. It gets pretty intense. It gets pretty damn heated sometimes in those...
Yeah.
With those people. Oh my god. I know one of my friends is a very large YouTuber, over 200,000 subs. He does Nintendo stuff. Like, that is his niche. And so he's very, very passionate. Huge Lego fan. So passionate about that stuff. And I'm just sitting there. I just sit there and listen to him rant, and I'm just like, yeah, you go off. You let him know. Like, it's, there's definitely, people are passionate about it. At least they are, though. Like, at least they have something to be passionate for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And Light says, dang, still live. Yeah, it's been...
I'm gonna have to get going here pretty soon.
No worries.
Dinner started.
No worries at all.
Yeah, and my left earbud died, so I just got the one ear now.
Oh no, yeah, we can wrap up for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for showing up. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a longer stream. Thank you so much, Jay, for being a guest. I really appreciate you joining us. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, this is a great time. I'm very, very grateful that you had me come on.
Yeah, of course.
Really appreciate it.
I think we had some very valuable discussion too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for an announcement of a collaboration, I guess. We'll be discussing that in the coming weeks. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for the likes and the views and the love recently. This stream is, as of being live, the second most popular stream on my channel while being live. The first being a few weeks ago, that other Ninjago stream. So, thank you all so much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, that's gonna do it all for today's stream. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Go check out Titanium J on Twitch and on YouTube. Links down in the description. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.